you. I'm on a mission, no sweat in the way I step. I got a fresh new attitude. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. Call me a king, you can buy me a crown. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. I'm leveled up, and this is my world now. This is my world now. So anyone who tried to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. New look, got the ladies shook. New watch saying it's my time. These magazines wanna feature me, cause they know I'm on the rise. Get the attention, I'm on a mission. Cause ever since I flipped that switch, my power can't be denied. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. Call me a king, you can buy me a crown. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. I'm leveled up, and this is my world now. This is my world now. So anyone who tried to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. Get the attention, I'm on a mission. I'm there with a vision. Got a passion, making it happen. Ready for action. And this is my world now. This is my world now. So anyone who tried to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. So anyone who tried to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. And this is my world now. And this is my world now. And this is my world now. This is my world now. Hey! Here we go! We coming ready or not, you better steady yourself, because we're raising some hell. There's nothing keeping this roof from blowing on. We're taking over the town, hit the switch and shut it down. Like Indian, we're electric, never stop. We coming ready or not, we coming ready or not. We're giving all that we got, we're giving all that we got. We're coming ready or not. We're throwing gas on the fire, the strategy stars on the way I vibe when I walk into the room. Wind blows underneath the soles of my brand new pair of shoes. I got the attention, I'm on a mission. No sweat in the way I step, I got a fresh new attitude. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. Call me a king, you can buy me a crown. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. I'm leveled up, and this is my world now. This is my world now. So anyone who try to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. New look, got the ladies shook. New watch saying it's my time. These magazines wanna feature me, cause they know I'm on the rise. Get the attention, I'm on a mission. Cause ever since I flipped that switch, my power can't be denied. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. Call me a king, you can buy me a crown. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. I'm leveled up, and this is my world now. This is my world now. So anyone who try to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. Get the attention, I'm on a mission. I'm there with a vision. Got a passion, making it happen. I'm ready for action. And this is my world now. This is my world now. soles of my brand new parachute. I got the attention, I'm on a mission. No sweat in the way I step, I got a fresh new attitude. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. Call me a king, you can buy me a crown. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. I'm leveled up, and this is my world now. This is my world now. So anyone who tried to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. New look, got the ladies shook. New watch saying it's my time. These magazines wanna feature me, cause they know I'm on the rise. Get the attention, I'm on a mission. Cause ever since I flipped that switch, my power can't be denied. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. Call me a king, you can buy me a crown. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. I'm leveled up, and this is my world now. This is my world now. So anyone who tried to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. Get the attention, I'm on a mission. I'm there with the vision. Got a passion, making it happen. Ready for action. And this is my world now. This is my world now. So anyone who tried to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. So anyone who tried to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. And this is my world now. And this is my world now. And this is my world now. This is my world now. Hey! Here we go! We coming ready or not, you better steady yourself, because we're raising some hell. There's nothing keeping this roof from blowing off. We're taking over the town, hit the switch and shut it down. Like in New York, we're electric, never stop. We're coming ready or not, we're coming ready or not. We're giving all that we got, we're giving all that we got. We're coming ready or not. We're throwing gas on the fire, the stratosphere getting high. We're trouble when
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Our family started RVing a few years ago, and when I think about all those campfires and fishing trips and sporting events, these are memories that are going to last a lifetime. I want to help others do the same thing. Hi, I'm Kevin Smith, General Manager at the all-new Click It RV in Milton Freewater. People in this community are very familiar with this location and the great service they've always received. So the biggest question we get is, where is Keith? The great news is, Keith is still here.
I've seen a lot of changes. I've seen a lot of things come and go. Through all the changes that we have seen, one thing that has not changed for us is the quality of our service.
Buying an RV is a big purchase, but it should be a fun and happy experience. So whether it be in sales or service or parts, our mission is simple: be the best. From our team here at Click It RV in Milton Freewater, we invite you to come down and experience the difference.
All eyes on the way I vibe when I walk into the room.
Testing, 1, 2, testing. From the virtual Charlotte Motor Speedway, after the 4th of July breaks have concluded, we welcome you to All-Star Night. This is the 2025 Season 12 Northwest Racing a Series All-Star Race. Here at the virtual Charlotte Motor Speedway, coverage of iRacing on LSRTV and the Community Radio Network. Good evening. Hope you had a great 4th weekend. I am Wesley Outland. Jeremy Stanley is alongside. Jeremy, how much fun did you have for 4th of July? Do you have all your fingers and thumbs after blowing pyro all weekend?
You know, I took one to the collarbone last year, and so this year
Oh,
I
wow.
did not do anything. So, no, I have all my stuff to answer your question. But we still had a lot of fun, had some barbecuing, had some good food, good friends, and, you know, now, all the celebrations over with. Now we're back to the regular season grind.
Well, again, we also welcome our friend Cody Deemers of Elevated TV. He is also the producer here tonight, filling in for the working on assignment Charles Wooten down in Texas with Race On. But nonetheless, hey, Jeremy, it's All-Star Night. You gotta love the All-Star race, right? Here's the deal. The best drivers of the Pacific Northwest on track. You never know what we're going to see. You never know what kind of trucks we're going to see. You never know what kind of wrap jobs or paint schemes we're going to see. And in addition to that, it's just bragging rights about battling the competitors that you race with week in, week out on the iRacing server points-wise. And, man, it's just bragging about being the all-star at Night's End.
That's what's so cool. It's a really unique format, too. You guys have not seen in the past, at least in my eyes, 3 different kind of races, 3 different timed events. I know you got the spreadsheet to go over all the details there, but it's all concerning this one track. And if there's ever been an event where you've had 3 different versions of the same track in one night, I don't think that's ever been done before. It's pretty cool. It's going to be a lot of fun. You guys are in for a real treat here.
And you say triple main event for the Northwest Racing Series All-Star 2025 race this evening. Tonight, the Northwest Racing Series drivers will head to the virtual Charlotte Motor Speedway, as Jeremy just mentioned, for the All-Star race. There are 19 drivers that are guaranteed to be locked into the All-Star event with wins of the Northwest Truck Series Season 11 or Season 12, which is active or last season, and the Northwest ARCA Series winners of this year that race on Thursday night, plus previous champions. These 19 drivers will automatically start on the Legends Oval. However, before the event kicks off, we'll go to on-track activity right now and show you what's happening as that race is coming to an end. Josh Childress has just won, or correction, we're under caution, but Josh Childress is up in front for the All-Star Open. There is a live look-in of the action on track. And I think we got a replay of why we're under caution here. I think it's Dana Rogers. Oh, Dana Rogers' Coca-Cola truck into the inside wall. Nonetheless, the winner of these races, 4 drivers, Jeremy Stanley, will transfer to the 19 that were invited to make 23 drivers tonight that will run in the All-Star race. Now, 19 have been given a cordial invitation. They know they're invited. Those 19 drivers are standing by. We got to finish this one. And Jeremy, we are on the last lap because we have passed 25 minutes. This is the last lap. Josh Childress, Roy Grande, Ray Partridge, and Brett Johnson are about to join the rest of the field for the All-Star race coming up next.
There you go. 4 very familiar Monday night names going to be joining us for the trifecta of events coming up just shortly. And that's kind of, I hate to see it for the 07 of Dana Rogers to wreck so late into the run, but needless to say, this is going to be a great motivational boost for the 39, the 11, and the other 2 involved, because you know what, Leslie? Race number 3 is back on this oval. It's back on this oval. They have a little motivation now going into the final event. Hopefully they don't get destroyed in the first 2, but you know, that's also the potential hindrance.
So, Jeremy, you've been a part of time racing or officiated races or league races a lot more than I have, besides me being the broadcast chair. How different is timed races compared to, like, distance races, if you will? Lap counts, if you will.
No, different mindset. So, laps, you say you have like 30 laps, right? And you're like, okay, I got 25 laps in the fuel in the tank. I can't make it. Timed events, you can go, you know what? I can maybe do this shortcut this time, or maybe I need to save a lap here, a lap there. So then you go a little bit less on the throttle, and you can try to sneak in an extra minute here or there. Like, it's just a different thing. But that's on the road course side. The oval side doesn't usually run timed. So even if I have experiences on like the 12 and 24-hour iRacing events, you can't necessarily translate that to an oval that requires drafting, that requires a lot of different things than road racing. So it's just a different mindset regardless. And it's a unique challenge. I love how they did the timed event. Not many people do it on the oval side of things. So I'm really, really curious and excited to see how this performs on an oval. I wish more leagues would actually try to attempt this.
Not just the oval, but everything else that's planned as well. I think they're going to get the checkered flag, because I know the pace truck's on pit road, but this race is over. They're going to come to the line and take the checkered flag. There it is. Josh Childress on a 25-minute timed All-Star Open is going to the All-Star race in the back. That's the Chevrolet number 39. Roy Grande's Toyota will finish second. Manufacturers have got to be happy, Jeremy Stanley, because Ray Partridge in a Ford is going with third. And how about it for Brett Johnson, Team LSRTV? He is going to the All-Star race as well in the fourth position. Now, we kind of hinted on the format a little bit, but then we kind of got distracted. There will be 3 timed all-star races tonight, and then it will all be based on the overall finishing of the races. Highest driver of the highest finishing order of the 3 races will be tallied as the winner. By the way, Jeremy, I think this is probably Josh Childress, though it's the all-star race. This is his first ever Northwest victory in competition. Race number 1 will be, are you ready for this, audience? Race number 1 will be on the Charlotte Legends Oval. Mr. Engineer, producer, can you show a high above view of the start-finish line? Because that, Jeremy Stanley, is where they're going to be racing on, right there, high above the racetrack in that infield quarter mile.
Yeah, that's it. That little tiny track on the front stretch that nobody uses except for legend cars. You're going to see the Craftsman Truck Series tackling it for 15 minutes. This is going to be stupid impressive and probably the most exciting of the 3, because we know what the other 2 venues do, but not this one, not this circuit.
I think Jeremy's Jeremy. I think Cody's getting all high tech on us to kind of show us some different angles of the camera views. There you go. Keep on going. Keep on going. It's right past that part of the Roval, and we will be mentioning the Roval coming up here in a little bit. But there it is, right there. Bam. Awesome views. Put it in a panoramic view. That's the track right there. That's what they'll be racing on tonight. The quarter mile for the All-Star race number 1. It will be a timed race for 15 minutes. Race number 2 will be on the Roval, Jeremy Stanley, the road course, the Roval, the oval road track, if you will. It is a oval track that is a road course oval. They will be running on that for a 20-minute time limit, and then the finale will be a 30-minute timed race on the big Charlotte Motor Speedway, where they just finished. And if I remember correctly, Jeremy, it will be under the lights.
I did not know that fact either. So we're going to get daylight, we're going to get sunset, we're going to get nighttime. This is going to be good stuff, man.
This is going to be cool. The All-Star race. And this is the reason why we wanted to broadcast it for you. And before we go any further.
No.
Yes,
we're doing it anyways.
They told us no, so we're going to do it anyway. And before we go any further, let's bring in, before race number 1, he's got to prepare, by the way, though, for the All-Star race. But the All-Star Open winner, Josh Childress, big congratulations to you, man. I think as I was doing my stats, this is your first official Northwest victory. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Man, how pumped are you to be in the All-Star race? By the way, we see you a lot running on the ARCA series, and obviously your first year in the trucks as well. How fun has it been, and how psyched are you to be in the All-Star race? And what do you think of the format?
Oh man, it feels good to get the monkey off the shoulders, you know. I just appreciate Corey, my teammate, and Jesse, the pit crew chief. I love this format. You get a short track, a mile and a half, and a road track or a road course. So I think it's going to be really fun and interesting for sure.
Jeremy.
Mr. Childress, congratulations on transferring in, man. How do you feel now? If you can survive the first 2 events to go into that final event, knowing that you just won on the oval, you're going back to the oval for race 3. What's your mindset going into that?
Well, you said it right there, survival. This first Legends Oval is going to be the trickiest, I feel. Right there next to the Roval. I'm not too good on road courses, but you know what? I'm just here to have fun. We're going to give it a shot.
Well, buddy, we'll let you go, and we are going to step away and take a break. Get prepared. Josh, good luck to you. First winner of the night, the All-Star Open winner. It is Josh Childress. When we come back, they're preparing for race 1, the All-Star race on the Charlotte Quarter Mile Legends Oval. It is next, the All-Star night for the Northwest when we come back.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series in officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Oh, welcome back, Charlotte Motor Speedway. Had to fade to black to bring back the color, and you are looking live at the trucks on the quarter mile. Jeremy, I never would have thought I'd see something like this. Oh, baby, I think this is the same mindset of when they ran the NASCAR open wheel modifieds on the quarter mile back in the day. Do you remember when they done that at Charlotte?
Yeah, it was such a fun time, and man, I've done this quite a bit on the Wheeling Tours, but nothing on the trucks. These trucks have no grip in the rear now with these legs looser, and now you're gonna have high horsepower in first gear basically. So this is gonna be a battle of nutrition when it comes to saving your rear tires. That's gonna be your victory winner tonight. Is gonna be the one who can keep the grip on the rear for 15 minutes.
And you see that they had, what, maybe a 5-minute practice session, if that, Jeremy? I mean, like, seriously, it flew by very, very quickly. And the field is gritting. And, oh, okay. Oh, hell, they're qualified now. That was practice. Here comes qualifying. Okay, sorry, I jumped the gun. Dennis Moore's up now. Now, remember, there will be multiple trucks on the track all at one time qualifying, but they're kind of like in their own little world right now, Jeremy, correct? So there's Dennis Moore, there's Roy Grande, and as you see, they're kind of in their own little world on the server qualifying. There's Tyler Kim. Is that the nice way of describing it, Jeremy, for somebody that has never got on an iRacing server a day in his life?
It's amazing you call so many races, yet you've never loaded in yourself. Still find that impossible to believe, but you said there was Kim on the track. He was one of the contestants on the Open that did not transfer in. I was kind of curious as to why he's qualifying.
Yeah, I'm confused too. Tyler Kim did not make it, I didn't think, unless they're short a man, unless there is a driver that wasn't eligible and they.
That could be. You asked me that question, and I got sidetracked because I saw Kim's name pop up. So. Maybe there was an entry that did not go, so they went down to the 5th finisher in the Open.
Paul Newton, the road course king. Let's see what he can do on the quarter mile tonight.
This is his bread and butter here. This is going to drive like a road course.
Tyler Kim overshot his his part of the racetrack. Oh, there's Toby Ritter. Tyler, you're going the wrong way.
Speaking of pit road, guys, for those who are listening right now.
That is pit road. My apologies.
So,
okay.
Yeah. backstretch is the pit road as Ron Hunter goes around into the artificial turf, but pit road is actually past turn 3 entrance. You just keep going straight, and then you loop around the tri-oval section, and then you file in behind that. So it's kind of cool. It's right behind turn 4, entering in turn 3. But you're not going to need it. It's only 15 minutes. You don't have to unless you have major damage and there's a caution.
I was about to say, Josh Childress, Ryan Bloom on track, former champion of Bomb Speed Win Racing, entry number 25 Chevrolet. There he is. How stoked was it to be able to interview Josh Childress? You know, it was an All-Star Open win a moment ago, Jeremy, but it sounded like it was a victory for him. Like he was just so happy to get interviewed, so happy to be a part of the All-Star race. And, man, that's what it's about. I know it's my 7th or 6th year as the voice of the Northwest Series of on iRacing for LSRTV. I know it's your 2nd year being with me, but, man, that's what it's about, making memories, I think. And obviously for a guy like Josh Childress or even Corey Eckelbarger, new seasons for these guys, but they're in the All-Star race, and it's got to be special.
Yeah, if it was like one of the routine winners, like the 5, the 55, the 46, and that kind of thing, then it's just a victory, right? But then for Childress, you said it was his first win here in this league, and so it doesn't matter where it comes from. You know you're the best in a race at this very difficult league. Even with just to be in the open, those guys are very challenging. So it's a great momentum boost for the guy at number 39.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, 24 drivers ready to go here at the All-Star race. Race number 1, 15 minutes. The Charlotte Legends Quarter Mile Oval on the front straightaway in America's home for racing. And on the pole, Devin West and Ryan Bloom making up row number 1. Row 2, the All-Star Open winner, Josh Childress and Chris White to his outside. Row number 3, you're going to find Dennis Moore and Paul Newton. What will the road course king do in the 27? Clifford's in the house, Toby Ritters, and Ryan Bay, a multi-time winner in ARCA this year. He starts 8th. Starting 10th, or row 5 for your top 10, it is Tyler King and Sean Brightsman. Row number 6, Jeremy, will set half the field, Troy Daggett and Tyler Kim, your top 12.
Row 7 on back. Stephen Paulson in the 58, 14th place. Brian Barnes in the 4. Row 8 and 15th will be Roy Grande Jr. To his outside and 16th, Ray Partridge in truck number 08. Row 9 and 17th, John Ottenbacher in the 89. And then to his outside, Brett Johnson in truck 7. Row 10, Dan West Jr. in the 55. Ray Foreigner in the 26. Row 11, Kevin Smith in the 00. Ron Hunter, truck 30 in the 22nd. 23rd, Corey Eckelbarger, and the last truck in the field, Dana Rogers in the 07, who also did not finish in the top 4 in the open, and he is in the main for race number 1.
And how cool is this? I never would have thought I'd see something like this. This is amazing.
Chaos, bro.
What is gonna happen? Get your camera, get your peanuts and popcorn ready. We're coming in for an overhaul on the Legends Quarter Mile. The hell with the summer shootout and legend cars. This is big trucks. The big tough trucks of NASCAR and iRacing on the Legends Quarter Mile. It's time to bring the action. Round number 1, 15 minutes, all-star race. The best of the Pacific Northwest. We're coming to green at Charlotte.
Here we go. Chaos ensuing. Already 3 wide into turn number 1 and turn 2. Easy going. It looks like caution. There's a big pile up. Turn number 1, lap 1.
Do not expect any different. John Ottenbacher, Paulson, Dan West Jr., Ron Hunter, multi-truck pileup, Dana Rogers in the back, and up.
Exactly what I expected. There was going to be some pileups. It's going to look like the Chicago street course for race number 1. There you go. 07, 58, 89. We're probably going to see quite a bit of this. Remember, it's timed. It's timed. These pace laps
and the clock is
taking
started.
The time. Yeah.
And the clock is started. Remember to keep up with that. There's 14 minutes already remaining. So
there's no stopping the time, Wes. It is going to tick, tick, tick. So this is all good for the 55 or for the 5 here. As they're crawling, what's that? 15 mile an hour on the front stretch, waiting for the pace truck. There they go.
Doesn't it?
But even the pace truck's only doing like 25. Man, this is crawling here. Slow speeds.
Oh, there's your Kaufman Creative weather conditions. Look at the track temp on a quarter mile, 88 degrees, air temp 77. It is a windy day, overcast conditions. I thought it was going to be under the lights. I guess they changed their mind and they said, we're going to keep it during the day. Jeremy, this is the only thing that I can tell you that I'm not happy with. Shame on you Northwest drivers, because they wanted to make it an equal playing field, right? And I think this is what got Cody Deemers all excited and giddy, and so was I. It was supposed to be, Jeremy, with mini stock cars. They wanted to do the All-Star race with the mini stock cars, and they wanted to allow the trucks and ARCA guys to be together. But do you feel like now ARCA drivers voted on it, but do you feel like maybe the truck drivers that race on Monday night might be at a better advantage than the ARCA guys in the cars on Thursday?
I don't think there's any advantage. I mean, at least this combination. The only thing that has advantage in my mind is if you're a road course stringer like the 27, you have the flat track advantage, at least for race number 1. That's it. So I think that's your advantage, but we'll find out here after we get some green flag laps in.
Hopefully we can do that. Field brings their field. Pace truck gets the hell out of the way. I think he pulled off a turn 3. There he goes. I see him back to green. Back underway. 3 wide for the lead, baby. Look at this.
Full send University.
And he saved it, but he lost a bunch of spots though.
Here we go, Tosh.
And now we got Kevin Smith around.
Now we got one more spinner there in turn 3. Can't see who that is at the moment. Christopher White took it to FSU. Full send turn 1.
I love it.
Corey Elfelbarger is the other one there in turn 3. You're going to see him right down the top half of your screen.
I love it. Full Send University.
Took him right to FSU, right to school, baby.
Jeff Stabnow has decided not to race. So that is how it opened up the other all-star spot for Tyler Kim to get in the race. There you go. There's our answer there, guys. That's how Tyler Kim got in. So they took the top 5 because Jeff Stabnow decided not to race tonight.
Makes sense there, doesn't it? That answers one of the questions, but there was a second entry I didn't expect either, so... That was Dana Rogers in the 07. He wrecked late in that open race that we saw, so I want to know how he got in, too.
I wonder if he was already, eligible. Let me go down the list here. This is what I got sent earlier in the afternoon. The race winners in previous, now, with the exception of Jeff Stabnow, who decided to bail out. Devin West, Dan West Jr., Sean Breitzman, Dennis Moore, Ryan Bloom, Tyler King, Ryan Bay, Paul Newton, Kevin Smith, Toby Ritters, Ryan Gormley. So Ryan Gormley's not there, so that opened up a spot. Stephen Paulison, Chris White, Chance Crum, Cole Raz, Mark Waltz, Joshua Berg, Brian Barnes were offered as well. So I guess they just filled the spots to make 24, and that's what they did, Jeremy. So there it is.
That answers that question.
Would you not have thought that I wasn't prepared?
None of us are prepared for this first race here. Such a short-timed race. There's going to be cautions everywhere.
I'm trying to pull the arm of our driver analyst Jeff Stabnow to pop in and join us. Hopefully, the boss of LSRTV and obviously the Northwest, one of the guys behind the Northwest Racing Series. We've got great. By the way, under 10 remaining. The first 5 minutes have been cautions. Let's get some green flag racing under our belt here on the quarter mile.
Yep,
Devin West in front.
3 wide looking. Nope, they're going to keep it. Nope, there's a spin out. We do get the 1.
Audenbacher Hunter, they get going back again. And no, not in time.
Nope,
Caution is we're staying green.
He did it smart.
Audenbacher got away.
He did it smart, Wes. He went to the artificial turf, so it kept the yellow flag from flying.
I just saw the pace truck start rolling. I'm like, damn, what are you doing? He was just getting back into position for pulling off at turn 3, as you said.
The pace truck's more... He's definitely not as prepared as what we were either. single
all
file
in this
top
together.
6, top 7. There's 21, Tyler King on the outside. Outside is not the preferred way, Wes, unless you pinch the driver down as far as you can. By the same token, all these other legend tracks are grass. This is artificial turf. You have grip down there, so you could actually shortcut a little bit and get away with it. And there's the third caution of the night. 8.5 minutes left in the session. Looks like there's a wreck in turn 3 and 4.
I mean, we did complete a couple of laps, right? I mean,
They
you
did.
know.
They made it. I'm so proud of them.
Remember, this is a timed race for our audience that's joining us for the All-Star race. It is a timed race. And race number 1 going on right now. There goes Ray Fournier, the yellow cab. Going around in the big red. Dana Rogers Coca-Cola entry spinning too. You know what blows my mind, Jeremy? Josh Childress wins the All-Star Open. Look at where he's at right now. He's in second spot.
That's impressive. How'd he get there? He's running that momentum, man. He's got that victory underneath his belt now. Now he's happy. He's able to maybe think of some things that he wouldn't have done before. So this is pretty cool to watch. See if he can maybe pull out another checker flag. He needs to pass one truck and then, or a couple trucks, and then hold on for 7 minutes. It's fairly feasible.
Kind of watching everything right now and seeing how they're negotiating. There's really, am I right, Jeremy? There's really no curves at the Charlotte Motor Speedway Legends quarter mile. I mean, maybe some. I mean, it's a flat surface, right? I mean, it's flatter than a pancake.
Yeah, there's 0-degree banking unless you're on the front straightaway. You can see them shift a little bit, and that's the most difficult part of this track is going from the transition. And it's about, 2 degrees, 3 degrees of banking there on the front stretch. And then, it's dead zero at this point right here onward. So flat as a pancake is legitimately the correct answer.
I'm actually trying to look up the AI Legends track dimensions if I can.
Oh, there you go. We got producer Corey Deemer's looking up the information on that while we're
at quarter mile.
At 1 to go.
Quarter mile, 1 to go indication. It is a quarter mile racetrack, and obviously, yeah, it's quarter mile, 0.25 kilometers, quarter mile, and there's a little banking on the front straightaway because of the quad oval. Speaking of the quad oval, that is where we're racing next on the Roval and the big speedway later tonight. The Northwest Racing Series All-Star Night coming back to green. Halfway home in the timed race, and now we're at 5 minutes remaining as Childress and West try to fight for the lead. Looking more to the inside and 2 are under yellow again.
Theme of the night. As much as I was excited for this thing, these guys are probably like, never again. Because we got 4 cautions now.
Never again. Never again. You're okay. Never again.
They should just turn the cautions off for this thing. All out demo derby.
There you go.
There's the caution. Self-spin 07 Dana Rogers. Second time he's been involved in the caution. But yeah, I'd say let's just run this thing back without caution.
Right. And you know what they need to do for like the All-Star race, Jeremy? Listen, you have 3 cautions, you're involved in it, get off the racetrack, you're done. Hey,
yeah,
you've had 3 cautions, 3 with help, 2 unassisted. Hey, man, it's not your time. Get off the racetrack. Go ahead. Get out of here. Hey, for more information on how to start your iRacing career with the #1 motorsports simulation of the world, log on to iRacing.com. Yeah, we ain't used that in years. Get rid of that. Wesley and Jeremy are the A crew. Don't ever push that again, Cody. Come on. Rookie producer. There you go. There you go. Hey, you got that? That's right. That's right. Jeremy, I'll jump on him. I will. We ain't looking for nobody. How dare you?
Look at the color that Corey provides. Red background, yellow text.
Yeah.
This man, things look pretty over here.
Virginia811.com reminding you to dig with care. That is the race summary. There are 4 cautions on the Charlotte quarter mile, 16 caution laps. And I mean, hell, how many laps have they ran? 23. So 5 or 6 have been held under. Yeah, there's no way there's going to be 34 laps to go. There's 3 under 4 minutes left. There ain't no damn way they can run 34 minutes in 4 minutes on a quarter mile. I'll even tell them they're crazy. Where's the pace truck? One to go. Man, even the pace truck, Jeremy, decided to run out of fuel, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, they couldn't. iRacing can't code the amount of chaos. This is already becoming. The pace truck's not even in front, but they're still pacing. They're crawling. They're waiting. I think they're waiting on the pace truck. There he is. He's coming back out. They delayed the restart. That's what it looks like. Pace truck went down pit road. They said, nope, we have to continue this thing back.
He's on the front stretch trying to catch everybody. Are they coming back to green? They are coming back to green. They're side by side.
There they go.
Yeah, we are. The hell out of the way, pace truck. We're back to green.
Oh, this is
back underway. Pace truck, get out of the way.
No, they just missed him.
What?
Caution.
There he goes. He's on the. Yeah, we're
caution
green.
Caution again.
We're green.
No, we're caution again, right? It's still yellow on the. Oh, there we go. We finally got the flag. They let him go early.
Man, even the score ticker couldn't catch up, man.
Good racing. Childress locks them up. We got one slow truck in front. Caution is out. Wreck on the front stretch. Right at the start-finish line. Driving backwards is the driver, the number 30, Ron Hunter. Right front damage.
Back underway again, as we mentioned. And
that might be it.
Now we got a caution. Now we got an incident on the racetrack. Stephen Paulison and others with a problem. And it's that, oh, no, be nice, guys. Oh, Ron Hunter into Paulison, into Kevin Smith. And don't be celebrating on the grass just yet, buddy. 8-1, not on the turf. There it is, another late race caution. And I got a feeling that might do it. There's a 2-minute warning. We might try to get this race restarted, but the clock is 2 minutes left.
I think it's a little bit on the over. Ooh,
I promise you it's only going to get better from here.
This is, I'm glad they made this race one. Complete chaos as we expected, but the Roval will be natural. And then, of course, the oval side will be the true, actual all-star event, half hours of time. We actually might get this last restart in. Depending on if the pace truck knows what he's doing, we might actually get it in.
Can we please get it in?
Where's the? I see him. He's on the front stretch. So there's still a half lap ahead of him.
Yeah, I'll just say, tell the pace car to disappear. We don't need him. He's holding us up, you know. Like he's off in La La Land. There you go. Where are you at? What are you doing? Get up there.
I say Devin West is just going to win this thing. There's no way.
That's definitely not Kip Childress in that pace truck. I can tell you that much. It was Kip Childress was the man back in the day when he drove for NASCAR. This guy's off in. Peter, the pace truck driver, you're fired. Do your job. I bet you Barney's like, dude, what are you up to? And because of the pace truck, I bet you we're not going to be able to go back to racing now.
Oh, the lights are off, man. The lights are off. Check this out.
A one-lap shootout? Maybe 2 laps if we're lucky?
No, this is one. They're going to get the green flag with like 5 seconds left.
This could be the finish of the race right here. Devin West, Josh Childress, pace car gets finally out of the way. Thank God. Got to try to settle this out here for the shootout. Maybe before the clock expires, guys, get to the line. Get to the line. We are.
2 seconds remaining.
The white flag. 1 to go. This is it. Last lap. Josh Childress holding off Dennis Moore. And Devin West is working 3 and 4. We're 3 wide behind them as Bay gets turned into Moore. Devin West is going to win race 1 of the All-Star night.
Paul Newton gets shipped.
Paul Newton gets around Josh Childress. He'll finish in 2nd. Childress 3rd. Ryan Bloom, Tyler King, your top 5. Well, that was a popcorn fart.
It's like getting a bag of popcorn, but all of the crowds are duds.
Oh my goodness! I don't want to say anything in a bad way. I know it's the format. I know it's what happened, but you know, it's what we got out of the deal, right? With the accidents and the cautions, I just
you put truck drivers that are racing trucks week in and week out on a track that does not belong with them. So give them credit for at least giving it a try.
I do give them credit. I will do that. I will give credit where credit is due. And we are trying to grab the podium guys, and
He might be here.
we'll
Actually.
speak to them here in just a moment as Devin West, I believe it was Paul Newton that was able to grab second. I don't see Paul Newton anywhere right now, but we do have at least the winner. Devin, congratulations, All-Star Night. Winning on the trucks on a quarter mile. Did you ever think you would do that?
Honestly, Wesley, I did not. This was, I had to call it a race. It was fun to practice, and I enjoyed, the qualifying lap was way better than what I could have ever imagined it would be. I knew that was going to be really important, so I was very excited to see that I was able to get the pole.
Well, you kind of were in the front at the beginning, and that proved to be the best starting spot because chaos is probably the word of choice for this race, and it kind of secured a good chance, man. How much practice did you get doing those restarts to try to clear, knowing you probably had 2 laps of green flag at most per restart?
I didn't do any restart practices, but I mean, honestly, coming out of pit road is kind of restart practice and practice. So I felt like I knew that if I could just wrap the bottom and use that kind of black turf to my advantage, I basically was unpassable. So now I wish it could have been more of a race. I think next time we'll try no cautions. See how that goes.
That's what
it'll
I
be-
said.
Yeah, it should be chaos, but it should be a little more exciting to watch. So.
Well, how do you change for things differently, Devin? Obviously, what do you do now to prepare for the Roval or prepare for the big speedway? And, obviously, what's your take of this format this year for the All-Star race?
I think it's awesome. I think it's really cool that Sean and Jeff are doing something new, right? And to see all these guys show up for it, even though it's a fun race, I think is really cool as well. I haven't put in practice in the Roval yet, so lap 1 should be fun, especially with the invert. But yeah, no, I think it's awesome what we're doing tonight. It just kind of mixes it up for everybody, so kind of adds some freshness to it.
There's Devin West, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for your time, buddy. Get ready for the next race coming up, which will be the Roval. We'll give all the details on that coming up here. Jeff Stabnow will be joining us here in a little bit as a driver analyst for LSRTV, and obviously a former racer, winner, champion of the series, not running the All-Star race with a crazy work schedule and coming off of 4th of July. But I understand Paul Newton did get credited for second. Got around Josh Childress. But Josh, man, second interview of the night, man. You finished on the 3rd spot. How crazy was the All-Star race on the quarter mile? Did you have fun with it?
Oh man, that was a blast. Should have been second there. Thank Ryan Bloom for that one, last corner bomb. But hey, that's short track racing, just happy to be a part of this and being up front for now.
Yeah, man. Talk to you again. Looks like you got some momentum extra. You got P1 and open now. P3? Yeah, P3 in this one. Roval time. How's your road course skill set, and what do you think you're gonna do for this second race?
I'm gonna be happy if I finish this one, to be honest.
All right, there you go.
And we'll
Yeah,
see
the
what
honest
happens,
answers only.
Josh. He is honest, man, for sure. Josh, thanks for your time, buddy. We'll let you go. Good luck on the Roval.
All right, thanks, boys.
And speaking of the Roval, ladies and gentlemen, that race is coming up next. It's all Spark. It's all Spark. I'm talking Transformers now. It's all part of the 2025 Northwest Racing Series All-Star Race. From Charlotte, we go from the Legends Quarter Mile to the Roval, and it is next.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com. Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com. Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Back here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, it is All-Star Night 2025 for Season 12 of the best virtual iRacing esports drivers of the Northwest, the Pacific Northwest. And we're glad you're joining us for the All-Star Race on LSRTV, your home for sim racing. Cody Deemers is filling in for Charles Wooten on production. As always, your announcers, Jeremy Stanley. I am Wesley Outland. And Jeremy, now it's time to do a little lefts and rights and chicanes and S's and, yeah, the bus stop. All this good stuff. We call it the Roval at Charlotte.
Time to clean up what has been. Now we're going to go to what we've seen a little more frequently, which is this Roval. It's been around for what? This is the fourth year they're doing it, fourth or fifth year. So
fifth year, yeah, fifth year.
They got a little
Started in
practice
2018
with it now. And they've changed it. They've restructured the kink that we're watching Dennis Moore go through right now. They've restructured a little bit. The bus stop there on the back straightaway of the oval section. But this infield has been the same up until this year, which hopefully we get that rescan after this year because they're doing the long portion of the infield, but not this race. Nope. This is going to be a fun one too. Chaos will not be the name of this one. I think this is going to be a natural, good, fun race number 2. But more what we're accustomed to seeing every single Monday night out Northwest.
I think you're exactly right. As we're watching them work around the track right now, willing and dealing. This is practice session, by the way. There is an invert. I've been informed there is an invert, meaning that the number is 11. 11 drivers will be inverted from the first race on the Legends Quarter Mile. And that basically means, Devin, that guys like, whoa, Paul Newton, hold on, you know road courses, what are you doing? Oh my, oh, don't take out the cone.
Not the blue cones.
Man.
Drive through them though. They're no longer an object. That's kind of sad.
Anyhow, back to what I was saying before I was, interrupted by the blue cone. Not the orange cone, with the blue cone. The big blue cone. Anyway, there will be a 20-minute race here tonight, 20-minute time limit. And the drivers of the top 11 from the Legends Quarter Mile Charlotte track race earlier will now be in race 2, inverted, meaning that 11th will start on the pole and that the driver of Devon West will start 11th. 10th will be Paul Newton, and 9th would be the driver of Josh Childress, and so on. So
There you go.
how important, Jeremy, is this practice right now, especially for somebody that might not be used to the truck, maybe a regular on the Thursday ARCA series?
I mean, they're gonna get a really short amount of practice, but any practice is good because you want to practice throttle control on some of these corners and whatnot. But I mean, it's an all-star thing. You're not in it for a serious strap in and go for it for a long event. This is a short stint, so like just the mojo's different when you get into these events. So I mean, practice is important, but they're not going to be pissed per se if they have an incident or here. So just go and do something fun, do something unique, and just relax the shoulders a little bit. Don't want to be up on that wheel.
I see. That'll be fun. Keep an eye on that. Control yourself. Don't get angry. Patience,
right.
I think, is another thing as well, right? Because, we saw a lot of aggressive driving in the quarter mile. And I'll say I'll give you a mulligan for that one, right? Okay, this is new. This happens. You're side by side, close corners contact. This might be the laid-back part of the race. And then I got a feeling we're going to see the craziness is going to be when we get them all on the quarter, on the mile and a half to race competitively like we're used to seeing them run here at Charlotte. And obviously, by the way, I just want to help you out with some other stuff too. We kind of chatted on it before we came on the air, Jeremy. The Charlotte Legends were using the LA Coliseum fixed model for the trucks tonight. For the Roval, they are using a Mid-Ohio fixed setup tonight for the 20-minute race 2 that's on deck right now with practice ongoing. There is an invert that could have been between 1 or 12, and the number was 11, as I mentioned. And then the 30-minute race on Charlotte will be the Charlotte 2025 fixed setup for tonight's finish.
Some of these tracks don't have setups for these trucks, so the Coliseum probably fits perfect for that Legends track. Mid-Ohio, there's not a road course that has banking. At least
Jeremy.
Not. So.
Yeah, and Jeremy, how about this? I just got this. This is a kicker, Cody and Jeremy.
Uh-oh.
The winner of the Roval for race number 2 will be randomized in a number random generator. Positions 1 through 24 will then be inverted of whatever number that is random generated.
Okay. Randomizing numbers out here.
And basically, the winner of the race is going to choose between 1 through 24, or the winner of the race will then, obviously be put in a random number generator, if you will, and then he'll say stop. When he does, whatever that number is, that's what the position invert will be. It could be none. It could be 24.
I think that's cool. I mean, they're trying a bunch of stuff. You heard the number 5, Devon West, touched on it, and he's applauding the admins for doing it. And if you're gonna go all out, go all out. Don't go halfsy with it. So that's kind of cool.
Or not.
It's random number generator. Yeah, I mean, relax your shoulders, like I said. Just have some fun. That's all it's about. Now it looks like they got the finishing up there in the practice. They got the checker flags out.
Yep.
We're gonna jump right into qualifying as the 21's gonna go out in style.
No, I don't think they're qualifying. I think they're going to go right into the race,
That's
Jeremy.
right. That's right. Yeah, because they got the generator.
Yeah.
That's
the lineup is set. It's just an invert. There it is. We're gridding.
There we go. And they pre-build these too.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you couldn't do this. Now admins can just say, okay, this number goes here, this number goes there. You don't have to take a lap to resort the field. It's just boom. They are locked in and ready from the get-go. So,
well, ladies and gentlemen, here's the starting lineup for race number 2, the Roval, in the 2025 Northwest All-Star Race here on LSRTV and CRN. Kevin Smith and Roy Grande on the invert. They were 11th and 10th. They will be now on the front row. Row 2 will find Sean Brightsman. And Toby Ritter's Clifford fires off 4th. Row number 3, Chris White in the 19. And Ryan Bay, 3-time ARCA winner, starting 6th. Starting in row 4, you're seeing Tyler King and Josh Childress. Will he be able to continue his momentum after finishing in the All-Star Open win and 3rd in race 1? Paul Newton, the road course king, runner-up in the Legends Quarter Mile. He's alongside the Legends winner on the invert, Devin West. He'll start in 10th. Row 6 is Tyler Kim and Brett Johnson, Jeremy.
row 7, Dennis Moore in the 44, Dan West Jr. in P14. Row 8 and 15th, Brian Barnes. And 16th place, Troy Daggett. Row 9, John Ottenbacher in the 89. And to his outside on 18th, Ray Partridge in the 08. Row 10, John Hunter in the 30. And the 20th place, Ray Fournier in the 26. Row 11, Corey Elkelbarger there in the 73. Stephen Paulison in 22nd in truck 58. In the last row, last driver, 23rd, Dana Rogers in the 07.
Field will be coming to the green flag in a moment. First, we'll pause for 10 seconds of station identification. This is coverage of the Northwest All-Star Race on CRN, the Community Radio Network.
Racing
Community Radio Network, WCRN 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Raleigh, North Carolina, USA. We are CRN.
So glad you're joining us for All-Star Night. Welcome back to our coverage from Charlotte. Charlotte Legends Quarter Mile, Race 1 done. All-Star Race 2 about to commence on the Roval. It will have a 20-minute time limit. The winner of this race will then random number draw from 0 to 24 what the invert will be for the big 30-minute race segment on the big track. Next, weather conditions. There it is, Jeremy, and it's a little bit hotter than it was for Legend standards.
A little hotter and a little faster, so that means less grip overall. That's all I see there, Wes. That's it. So this will be a fun one. Don't expect a bunch of pileups, but yeah, this is gonna be great. It's gonna be bumpy. We don't see the trucks here typically. We're having a good time.
Well, you want to talk about back in the day doing the All-Star Race, doing the format. This is thinking outside the box. We talked about it early. And the Roval is just that. 20-minute time limit. Pace truck onto the pit lane. Ready to go. Here on the Roval. 14 turns. Coming to the line. Over 2 miles and kilometers, and we are green. If we have cautions, we have cautions as they head towards Tom's Heartburn turn number 1. Look at Smith on the whole shot. Oh, baby,
John.
someone's in the tires.
Red John, I think he stopped. Oh, no, but he hit it. Okay, right front damage to the number 7. Already Heartburn turn. Already playing a factor into someone. I don't like how they got rid of that sponsorship. It was perfect, but back to the mid portion of the road course. You see the 5 Devin West tire spin all day outside the right-hander. He's now got the regroup. Shortcuts the corner right here. Still loose. Tyler King gets all up on the back bumper, able to stay free. Man, look at him. That 5 is all over the place right now.
Joining us in the booth is Jeff Sabdow, president of the Northwest Racing Series, on the board of commissioners, as well as LSRTV Rocket Media. Jeff, how you been, my friend? And hope you had a great 4th of July, boss.
Thank you, Wesley. Yeah, I had a great time on the 4th of July, and I'm happy to be in here chatting with you guys.
The All-Star Race. We kind of jokingly talked about it right now. We've got a 20-minute run. Ryan Bay!
No.
Ryan Bay crashing. Other one's around. Barnes is around. Caution will
Caution.
not fall.
And
We
it's a
will
road
stay
course.
green as soon as 4 on the bottom of the racetrack. Controlled yellow, Dana Rogers damaged. Now, would you say, Jeff, that if they're damaged, just go ahead and call it a night? I mean, even though this is the All-Star race, bottom line, not going to lose anything, no points.
You're just out here having fun, so I guess it depends on how bad the damage is. If you're off pace, yeah, you might want to pull it in and call it a night. But if you're keeping up, why not stay out there and do a little bit of racing?
Evan Smith right now in the lead. Brightsman in second, White third. And watch now this battle as we see the driver of the road course king, Paul Newton, battling with Kim and King in front of him. King goes off track,
no.
Jeremy. Whoa! Hey, you can't
Where's
drive
he
that way.
going?
What are you doing? You can't go that way. What is it?
There's a flower bed. Tyler.
Might be a little hold
Keith.
there.
Listen, I don't remember them paving any
just-
section of that track.
Jeff, does he know something about this course that we didn't know about? I mean, come on.
Yeah, I would have thought. Looks like he's at pace too. I would have thought he would have got a lengthy hold there, but looks like he didn't.
It's
Here,
called the Joker lap. Jeff actually threw in the Joker lap here tonight. He took it early.
Get a mulligan here, guy. I'll let you off this time. Jeff, though, man, let our audience, maybe we got new people, maybe we got people watching that haven't in a while, but the idea of the All-Star race, it's always something special that the Northwest Racing Series wants to do. And, man, we've had our share of doing it on road courses. We've done it on dirt. We've done it in all sorts of crazy formats. And I guess Sean Brightsman, your mad scientist Frankenstein, created this one.
I'll give some credit too to Tyler King there, who just took the Joker lap. He came to us with this idea before the season started. And, he and Sean just worked on it, ran with it, did the old mad scientist work there in their labs, and this is what they came up with. And I think it's pretty darn cool.
Yeah, I love it, man. I appreciate just as much as all these other drivers do of just the creativity. I've always wanted to see trucks on the Legends or anything outside of the Whelen Tours and the Legends. So it was a lot of chaos, but it was a lot of fun to see regardless.
Yeah. Maybe the caution should have been off. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Like I wanted, but it was a heck of an effort.
Jeff, what's your take of the season, how it's been this year? I can't believe how fast we're talking about it. It's the All-Star night. We come back for another 3 races, and then, my goodness, we head towards Labor Day, and the playoffs begin.
Yeah, a little bit shorter season this year, and we are going to be in the playoffs before you know it. I haven't even really looked at the standings yet, but I don't think I've been doing pretty good. So, my personal point of view is I probably got to have a couple of strong races here before we get to the playoffs, just to make sure I'm in.
Got to find a way to turn it around for sure. Obviously, Jeff Stabnow joining us in the booth. By the way, if you're doing the time of a 20-minute race is now at 5 minutes of 20. So 1/4 of the way through, 15 minutes remaining, which is roughly, I guess, 12 to go, Jeremy. Am I correct? Basically, it's kind of estimating what the time will be till the end?
No. You would have a minute ticker like we did up in the first race. So audible called, and we have 12 laps to go, nothing time.
So is that right, or is it wrong, or I mean?
Probably a wrong format there in the production truck.
Yeah, this would be timed just like the first race. So this is another audible call. This is a lapped event, it's not a timed event. So a legit 12 are now coming up to 11 laps to go. There it is. 11.
Somebody messed up and made it 11 to go. I mean,
they sure did.
It says the race is on 6 of 20 on the scoring ticker, so that's what I'm looking at. But nonetheless, Jeff, we just kind of go at this as we go along, right? I mean, it's just, this is when the wheels fall off and we just say, hey, it is what it is.
Uncharted territory here, man. We're just going to roll with it tonight. Tell you what, look at Devin West all the way
Right, there is 13 minutes. There is 13 minutes left. Okay.
You're not going to be able to complete it then.
What were you saying, Mr. Jeff?
Well, it's timed race, 13 minutes left. Look at Devin West all the way from 11th to 3rd already.
Yeah.
I don't know if he can make it that 5 seconds, but man, he got through traffic quick.
And the finish of the race is also going to be based on the overall at the end. Jeremy, Devin wins this race. He's won 2 out of 3. He's probably won the All-Star race competition of the night, bottom line.
Yeah, 2 for 3. That should lock you in unless you finish dead last, but I don't see that being a thing. But Kevin Smith, though, commandingly, he's actually lost time to 5, lost time in that last little section of the track. So who would have thought that this guy would have broken out to a massive lead? Even if you look at the top 5, Mr. Childress, he's 8.5 seconds back. This 00 is putting on a clinic so far early on in this race.
It is the All-Star race. Mr. Jeff Stabnow joining us, a former champion, a former winner. It's been kind of a quiet year. Jeff kind of said that, part in the pun, for Jeff Stabnow. And right now, Jeff Stabnow, though, has one big stat, and it seems like every time you show up, you do get the All-Star list of being the all-time starter of the series. What does that mean to you? And can you believe, Jeff, that you're on the road to 500?
Yeah, a little surprised. To be honest with you, I wish we were talking about wins and not starts. But I'll take it. It's been a good run, a lot of fun, a lot of great guys in this league. So each one of those starts is just a fun night out with the guys, and behind each of those starts is a couple of practice nights too with the guys. So been doing this for a long time now and having a lot of fun and made a lot of great friends doing this.
So Jeff, you are in 12th, which means you would qualify for the round of 12 playoffs if you could survive the round of 16, my apologies. The round of 16 when August begins. By the way, August 11th is when the playoffs begin. That's less than a month from now, or over a month from now. I mean, here we go. Like, it's flown by, as we mentioned. There's those turtles. Jeff, as somebody that's ran on these racetracks, what's it like to hit them turtles at the Roval at Charlotte?
Oh, man, you got to hit them just right. You can save a little bit of time if you clip them just right, but if you hit them just a little bit too wrong, bounce that front end up too high in the air, it's over. Those turtles are tough, but you got to hit a couple of them just to make the right time.
Yeah, if you completely sideswipe them too, just to add on to that, if you sideswipe them and not ramp them, it will push your truck wide, no matter which corner you're doing. It will shove you so wide, you have to really get on the binders and lose upwards by half a second on that corner. So it can bite you in the butt, so that's why I do say you just gotta hit them squared on with confidence, or else it's not gonna be a fun time.
You're so much better than me, but he's absolutely right.
Yeah, I was about to say, for sure. Jeff, what made you decide not to run the All-Star race tonight, man? I know you're kind of having some reservations on it. I think you were telling us that you had a pinched nerve or something over the holiday weekend.
Yeah, I was dealt with a little pinched nerve in my back, and I just thought, this not being a point race probably didn't really think that getting in the rig tonight was maybe the best idea, so I thought I'd just take a little break tonight and watch it instead of participate in it.
Now, Jeff, we're at 9 to go, if you're counting laps, because we're 10 minutes in. So we're halfway through the timed race. That's 10 minutes down, 10 minutes to go. Kevin Smith is the leader. Sean Brightsman second. Whoa, Eckelbarger crashing 73. Check it up, coming off of that final turn here at the Roval. And he just got bypassed by Ryan Bay and Paul Newton. There goes Ray Partridge. Solid night for him. He spins out. Here's a replay of what happened to Ray Partridge here. But wow, a sharp angle there. Yeah, Jeff, though, to answer your, I got a question to ask you though. I thought the conversation before fourth was we're running mini stock cars on the 3 tracks for Charlotte. What changed? Did somebody say no, we want to do the trucks instead, or did the R&D not go as good as we planned with the mini stock cars? What made the change?
So the messaging had gone out to the drivers earlier that we were going to do the trucks. I think it was put out in there. And by the time Sean realized that he had messaged trucks to the drivers and we were talking about doing mini stocks, he felt it was too late to kind of pull the switch, so decided to stick with the trucks, which, I think I'm in favor of the trucks anyways. This is just makes it a little more interesting here on this Roval on the big track, I think. But but it was just because of the communication that went out to drivers during the truck drivers meeting that we were going to run the truck. So decided to stick with it.
Gotcha. Now, does that not mean that next year there might not be mini stocks or modifieds or 87 Cup cars or something for the All-Star race, right? I mean,
You know, the All-Star race is a fun race, man. Everything's on the table. You know, if somebody comes up with a fun idea and it involves something else that we can run, probably not. You know, we don't want to make guys go out and buy a new car, so it'd have to be a free car or, you know, something we already run in the series. But yeah, I think anything's on the table if we can come up with the right idea.
Jeremy, what do you think? What would you want to see? I think I would like to see super late models on Charlotte on the Legends track, the Roval, and the Big Speedway. What do you think?
I mean, it would produce a great race. It really would. I kind of like the unusualness, like the trucks. So if we can mimic something of that nature, you know, maybe throw them on the wild. No, you said free content. You don't buy free stuff. So you buy the dirt road course that the Pro 4s run on, but that'd be kind of wild. It's still a truck, so I don't know. If a actually, you know what? You can do Irwindale. If a lot of drivers own Irwindale, you could do the figure 8.
Yeah.
Ramp.
Now, Jeff, do you think we're going to see just a hell of a shootout when we get 24 of our best of the Northwest on the big track, and we just let it all hang out for the final segment, if you will? You know?
Yeah, I think that'll be interesting, right? If they can get a full tire run in there, they're using a fixed setup, right? And
they are in Ohio.
I don't know about the latest fixed setup in the oval here for this, but you know, when we ran this previously, this thing was just burning up right rear tires and left rear tires, trying to get super loose. So if they can keep it together and force them to run a full tire run on those tires, it might be a really interesting end of that race.
Jeff Stab now joining us here in the booth. Jeff, I got to ask you, as we're coming in on 5 to go, the clock is down to 6 minutes left. 6 minutes and 20 seconds left now. Timed race, 6 minutes left, 5 to go. Roughly, I'm thinking that's what the estimate is for the laps. But I got to ask you, though, Jeff, what's your take of where LSRTV or the Northwest Racing Series banner in general is now, and where do you want to see it go? I mean, it's 2025. It's been really wide open for, 5-6 years, got really big momentum during the COVID seasons. But where do you want to see this go for the future? Because I want to say the Northwest Series was, 2015 when it was created? 2016, and 12 seasons of this.
That's kind of a loaded question, Wesley. Kind of hard to answer there. It's a question we ask ourselves every off season, and you know, usually Sean and I sit down and kind of have a long conversation about it. And you know, this year we wanted to get a fixed series going again, so Sean put a lot of work in to get the ARCA series up and running this year, and I think that's been a pretty huge success. Having that fixed series going again, and the ARCA guys out there running. So, you know, I think right now we're just kind of happy with where we're at. I think next year we're gonna, you know, look at some of the things that maybe we can do a little bit better or do a little bit different. You know, sometimes it comes down to resources. You know, time or money. You know, do we have the time to put into something like this, or do we have the money to do something like we'd like to do? But no, I think we're in a good place right now. I think where we want to be, and you know, when it gets to the end of this season, we'll evaluate it again and just, you know, see if there's something we can do. Maybe somebody will volunteer to help us do some more, or you know, we'll just take it as it is. But right now, I think I like where we're at.
Jeremy, you want to elaborate more on that? Obviously, it's second season now being in the Cheris color commentator, and obviously we're watching Devin West move up to third. He is setting his sights on Brightsman. Can he catch him? And can they catch Kevin Smith now with two seconds ahead?
Yeah, definitely no to Smith. Smith has held 2.5 over Brightsman this whole entire time. I don't think there's a chance unless the 00 has an issue. But on the other question, being on the East Coast alongside with you, I don't get to see many of the West Coast stuff happening. So to kind of lock these drivers into a West Coast slot, not allowing, you know, myself, the East Coast guys to join in, It's a unique approach, and you have a full field almost. So it's the best combination there, and I kind of enjoy it. I like where it's at now as well. Of course, you'd always want to add more drivers that are talented and good for the team and good for the league. That's always the number one thing. But no, it's in a great place. The racing's excellent. I don't see any reason why you would change anything at the moment.
Jeff, will we ever see a time, to elaborate what Jeremy just said? Great statement, by the way. Will we ever see a time where maybe you open it up for anybody in the world to run with the series, or is it the Northwest for a reason?
I think it's the Northwest for a reason. That doesn't mean that we won't open it up at some point. You know, the idea behind this was always, you know, kind of about the Northwest community. You know, there's accountability that comes with people. Like, a lot of these people know each other in real life, race together in real life, you know, visit each other. A lot of us have, you know, visited each other, you know, I mean, over the years. And so, you know, we have a lot of the same drivers year over year. We know a lot of each other personally, right? So there's, you know, with that comes some driver accountability, some camaraderie, you know, and so I think that's part of what makes this league special to us is, you know, the regional part of it. But, you know, we'll see if car counts are, you know, struggle with car counts or something like that. We won't rule it out, or, you know, make an exception for, you know, particular reason. You know, I don't think any of that's strictly off the table forever. But yeah, I think right now we're Northwest for a reason, and I think that's part of what makes this what it is.
Devin West, winner, race 1 of the Legends Quarter Mile, now around Sean Brightsman for P2 as we're in the penultimate lap for this one. And there is Kevin Smith. Jeremy, I gotta say, I'm looking at my stats. It's been a while since we've talked to Kevin Smith in victory lane. He hasn't won any this year. Besides grabbing the pole for races on the Truck Series, it's not been a good year for the 00, but right now he's trying to lock up victory in Roval, race 2 for the All-Star race of 2025 in Charlotte.
One more lap, and we're going to see 2 first-time winners in 2025, one from the Open of Mr. Childress. Now, with 1 lap remaining, we're going to see Kevin Smith potentially take this checker flag here as we get the CRN1 to go.
And here it is. And like you said, Jeremy, it is the white flag, the CRN1 to go. More details at wearecrn.com. 1 minute remaining, and roughly that's when they took the white flag. So we're closing in on the end of the Roval Charlotte race number 2. And currently, Jeff Stabnow joining us in the booth. We'll close things with him so he can get back to enjoying the rest of his night. I know he's got a pinched nerve. Thank you for joining us real quick. We'll close it out with Jeff. But right now, Kevin Smith working around the back part of the racetrack through the Roval in course here at Charlotte. He's on the big part of the speedway now in turn number 1 and 2. That's 24 degrees of banking, Jeremy. He works the back stretch. He's going to the bus stop chicane through the turtles, and he is not stopping, pulling away from Weston Company for the victory.
What a dominant performance. Even with West passing Brightsman, still 3.7 seconds over the guy in the number 5, who's presumably going to win tonight's overall event, going first and then now second. But here's the checker flags. Barney throwing it for the driver of the 00, Kevin Smith, with the race number 2 of 3 victory there tonight.
Kevin Smith, Win Racing, Click It RV, Bomb Speed, 00 gets it done. Devin West will finish second. Now, Jeff, I got a feeling with Devin West winning and being runner-up of race number 2, I got a feeling he's going to be the average winner of the All-Star race. I mean, is that pretty much a open book, shut case, you think?
I don't have the results from the first race in front of me. Obviously, I'd have to compare the two, but you know, it would seem that with a 1-2 finish under his belt, there's probably not a lot of guys in position to challenge him for this one right now.
Yeah, the only thing I can think has happened is that Kevin Smith wins race number 3 and he wins race number 2, and you know, maybe that might break it. I don't know. We'll have to see though.
Yeah, I'd say Kevin is in a pretty prime position, you know, as far as anybody is going to beat him here with this one under his belt. I think Kevin finished pretty good in that first race. I can't remember.
Well, Jeff, before I let you go, boss, please thank everybody, all your sponsors, everybody you know, and thank you for making this all-star race happen. Thanks to Cody Deemers again for doing the production. I know our regular guy, Charles Wooten, is off for 4th of July and working with Race On and staying busy, and obviously it's really good to have somebody step in and help us, and thank you for what you do to make the Northwest Racing Series continue to be what it is for years, and Brightsman, Ottenbacher, so many amazing people.
Well, Cody, or Wesley, as usual, man, thanks to you guys, LSRTV, you guys are the best in the business, CRN, same thing, man, just the best out there. Appreciate Cody Deemer stepping in tonight in place of Charles. So there's the biggest thanks. And then just as far as the league, man, the guys that run this league, just great bunch of guys. They're what make this league great. Are the hard work that Sean and the rest of the drivers committee put in on this too. I mean, it's a team effort, and we've got a lot of good guys in here, and just appreciate the heck out of all of them. Thanks, Wesley.
Well, Bud, thank you very much. Thank you, Jeff Stabnow, and again, obviously him and everybody that's a part of the Northwest Racing Series making this be what it is for the All-Star race. And we're going to grab now, I believe, the podium drivers. If we can get Kevin Smith in the booth here, we'll grab our podium in just a moment. I think we do. As right now, here's a look at the results of race number 2 for the 2025 Northwest Racing Series All-Star race here at Charlotte after the Roval. Kevin Smith picks up the victory over Devin West, Legends Race 1 winner, runner-up of race number 2 on the invert. By the way, he climbed 9 spots to finish second. Sean Brightsman will finish on the podium in third. Dan West Jr., Chris White in the top 5. Toby Ritter's Josh Childress, who finished in the podium in race number 1, struggles in a top 10 for 7th at the end of race 2. Ryan Bay, Paul Newton, and Brian Harris, the top 10. Halfway through the rundown, Jeremy, is Troy Daggett and Roy Grande. Everyone else, your finishing order, a lap down or more.
There you go. 13th, Brett Johnson. 14th, Tyler King. Tyler Kim in 15th. John Ottenbacher in P16. Corey Elkenbarger in 17th. Ray Partridge 18th. Stephen Paulus in 19th. 20th, Ray Foreigner. 21st, Dennis Moore. 22nd, Ron Hunter. And Dana Rogers, 15 laps down. Did not start. And that's your finishing results for race
There you go.
number 2.
20 minutes in the books, done and gone. Kevin Smith is not joining us for post-race, I guess. I don't know where he's at right now, but we will grab Sean Brightsman. Sean, Jeff was kind of talking about you, kind of being the guys that kind of created this chaos that is the All-Star race. You'll finish in the obviously top 3. You'll finish in third. You and Devin battling, racing one another, finishing third in this race, sir. And what's your take of where it's led to now, what we'll see on the big race coming up next?
Overall, pretty happy. The setup was challenging. Kevin got a good start there, and I kind of just was trying to wheel the heck out of that thing. So overall, good run. Hate that I got let Devin by, but he was faster and just made a good pass. So what's going forward? I don't know. I got to go make this grid here real quick. So I'll just thank my sponsors. Thank you guys. Thank Team LSRTV. Thank everybody at the Northwest Racing Series. Thank you so much for this.
Yeah, I won't hold you back, man. Go and get to it, and good luck on the final race. We're back to normal territory on the oval side. Good luck, man.
Thank you.
Sean, thank you very much. And I know he's got to get back to operations because he is one of the guys that is handling the how the show is being ran. Let's grab now the runner-up, Devin. So me and Jeff Sapp now we're talking about it with winning the Legends Quarter Mile and with finishing second in the Roval. Do you feel like you pretty much got the overall All-Star race finish average locked up?
No, not at all, because I'm going to send it in the next race, and I may wreck, so I don't know where that would put me. So that would be
You're going to do what now?
card. I'm going to send it. I'm going to see what I can do, and I'm going to try to – I'm starting like 22nd, so I got a lot of cars to pass.
He's taking him to school there, Wes. He's going to Full Send University.
So you did a random number draw, and your number is 22?
Oh, I don't know. That's breaking news. Yeah, I think Kevin chose a 9, and so the invert is 22.
Wow. So he
Yep.
chose so the number that Kevin Smith chose, the winner of race 2, was a number 9 out of 24. The number was 22. So that means he's starting 23rd and you're starting 22nd.
I believe so. Yep, that'd be correct.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. We knew there was going to be a random number draw, Jeremy. We just didn't know what it was going to be like. So do you feel like if Kevin Smith are you and Kevin going to maybe, kind of LSRTV Win Racing try to work together to get to the front, or is it you going to try to leave him in his dust?
Well, I wouldn't mind working with Kevin. I mean, it's going to be the longest race of the night, but for the series, it'll be a pretty short race, right? I think 30 minutes. So that's a lot of cars to pass. I don't know where the overall stands and who the closest is to me right now. But I think if I just get a top 10, I'd feel pretty good. But I don't really want a top 10. I kind of want to try to go win. So that'll be a tough task. I mean, there's a lot of fast cars in the night, like usual. So I don't want to add like I should win by any means. But I'm going to see what I can do.
What do you think of this format, Devin? I know it's different than what we've ever done before. What's your synopsis of it so far?
I think it's awesome. I mean, I think there are some things to learn, and I think we're all kind of as a group learning those things, right? Whether it be cautions on the small track, or a standing start on the Roval, whatever the case may be. But I think this is awesome. I mean, we had a week off last week, and now we're doing this. I think it's just super nice for the whole league to kind of a week to just kind of relax, have some fun, do kind of a fun race. No points, so obviously go out here, however you do. If you do bad, just log off at the end of the night and no hard feelings. So I'm enjoying the ton out of it.
And that is Devin West. Thank you, buddy. Kevin Smith, unavailable for the winner interview of Roval race number 2 and the All-Star race. We're going to take a break. But by the way, don't forget, we're back to it again Thursday night. Portland International Raceway. That'll be a fun one. 57 laps, Jeremy, on Portland International Raceway. We saw the trucks race there earlier in the year. Now we're going to watch the ARCA cars. They'll be in action on Thursday night. That'll be pretty cool, won't it?
Absolutely. We saw them here earlier this year, the trucks, and ARCA style, man, which I think that's going to produce even better racing. Those cars are a little more grippier. So the corners are a little bit quicker, and the bumpers can be used a little bit more, and it'll be a lot of fun.
And by the way, we will also be back to action after the 4th of July All-Star break as well. We are at Auto Club Speedway in California on iRacing for the Northwest Truck Season 12. Push to the playoffs next Monday. After that, we're taking a darn commercial, and we'll be back for the finale of the 2025 Northwest Racing Series All-Star Night. The trucks on the big Charlotte Quad Oval is next. Stay with us.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Back here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and now it's time to get ready for the big one here at the All-Star Race of 2025 for the Northwest Racing Series. There is a 20-minute race done for the Roval, 15-minute Legends quarter-mile race done, and now it is the 30-minute longest distance segment to determine who will be the overall winner or have the bragging rights of taking the checkered flag in a 30-minute timed limit all-star race. Welcome back. We're going to pause quickly for 10 seconds of radio station identification, and we set the stage, Jeremy and I, for the big race at Charlotte at the all-star race. Next.
Community Radio Network, WCRN 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Raleigh, North Carolina, USA. We are CRN.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoy today's broadcast.
It happens once a year. It is the All-Star Night, and we're glad you're with us on the Community Radio Network, LSRTV, your home for sim racing. And we are down to the final big race left to go. The invert is number 22, meaning that Devin West and Kevin Smith, who were the winner and runner-up of race number 2 at the Roval, will start 23rd and 22nd. Jeremy Stanley, I'm Wesley Outland. You heard Jeremy Devin say, I am going to full send it. I don't know if I'm going to be the overall winner because I've got to get my butt to the front. What's the keys to doing that, especially now on a timed race? Not a distance race for laps to lap.
You're at Charlotte, so you have lane choice. You can run the bottom of the top. Grip is all over this place. So to start in the back, this is one of the easier tracks, if I will, to make that happen at a relatively quick pace. You just go for it, man. You don't worry about the tires as much. You maybe hope for a caution midway, but yeah, you go to the top, you go to the bottom, you just try to find a lane that's open. If you know you're faster, which we know the 5's fast typically week in and week out. I don't see him having a problem getting to about 10th place or so. It's really getting from 10th to 1st is going to be the struggle, because when you pass some of the trucks, you're going to lose that edge on that grip that the good guys have. Trying to lead and run their own pace versus trying to pass everybody. I'd just be curious to see how many trucks he can actually pass before this thing's all said and done.
I think that'll be fun to watch. Holy camole, look at the weather conditions though. 84 degrees sim temp. The track temp on the World of Charlotte tonight is 122 degrees. Man, it just seems, Jeremy, that as we move later and later and later in the day from the Legends track to the Roval and now the big quad oval 1.5 miles, it just gets hotter and hotter and hotter.
Yeah, you said nighttime in the beginning, but apparently they just said instead of nighttime, let's do an audible once more, and we're just gonna crank the heat up a little bit more. Now the surface is at 120 degrees, but this place thankfully has the grip, and they're running the older scanned version, I think, if I'm not mistaken, told me earlier. So that means there's less bumps, more grip, man. So bring on the heat. It's not going to affect these guys too much.
Bring on the heat. The quad oval. All that coming up here tonight. Here at the virtual Charlotte Motor Speedway. Next week, Auto Club. Don't forget Thursday night, ARCA Northwest will be at Portland. And don't forget, you can keep up with everything at your home for sim racing at livesimracing.com. And I want to give a shameless plug to my good friend Cody Deemers, who is on production tonight, filling in for regular producer Charles Wooten, who is off on assignment with Race On for 4th of July races and traveling or heading back home from the weekend of 4th of July. Everybody's been busy, I know we have. And raceon.com. And also want to say thanks to Elevated TV and Cody Deemers. Check out Elevated TV on YouTube and Facebook to check out what he does as well. Cody, good guy. All right, Jeremy. Watch these guys work around the racetrack here. We're just kind of making to make sure we get the lineup right, and then we get these guys in position, ready to race. How different will we see Kevin Smith and or Devin West race, or Josh Childress, or somebody for that matter, man, to actually do good? I'm surprised. You look at the top of the board right now, Devin West is in the top 10, but you've got Kevin Smith and Josh Childress up at the top.
Yeah, I'm going to say my personal pick would be Josh Childress winning the open race at the same exact track just a couple hours ago now. He's P2 in this practice session, as you just mentioned, so there he is with a .115 off of the .00, who just came off his own victory. So it looks like momentum is quite a factor, man. It's doing great. But look at number 5, Devin West. You would think maybe he'd be up in that picture. No, he's back there. Quite a few tenths. P9 right now for the 5. But I honestly think that the 39 will maybe have a second win here tonight when we all finish this thing up.
There's no way that this clock will go 21 minutes. This is actually just a practice session, and it's literally, I think I'm coming to an end here for everybody negotiating around the track. Did I just see somebody shoot through the grass?
You probably did. Artificial turf, man. There's no grass there. It's all turf. So the texture is actually very similar to asphalt.
There it is. I knew I seen it. Oh, there he goes. I told you I saw something.
Dan West Jr., 4 ride. Having some fun out here late in this practice.
Yes, sir. And he looked really, really good. Yes, sir. All right. I think we're ready to get him into position, and we will just keep it. We will get ready to turn them loose for the starting lineup for this race. They were just making sure that we had everybody in. We're all in the session. I'm not even in the session. I'm just kind of, on the computer. I'm looking at a monitor. Jeremy, I think you are too, right? Do you have iRacing? Are you in the server?
I have iRacing. I'm not in the server.
Yeah,
I'm going
okay.
based on
So
you do
yeah.
tonight. I'm doing it just like you, man. I don't have
It's calling it on the monitor. That's it. Calling the monitor. Yeah, all right. Well, everybody's here, and Sean Brightsman was asking, are we all ready? We are. And obviously, it looks like this practice session will go green in 1 minute. That's exactly what we're being told. It goes green in 1 minute. This will be 30 minutes. Roughly, Jeremy, on a 30-minute clock, how many laps would that be around Charlotte Motor Speedway, do you think? I'm thinking about 45, maybe?
Yeah, the lap times right there, you see it. The fastest one's a 30.8, so it's just over half a minute. So we're going to get 2 laps a minute, basically, if it goes green all the way. 30 minutes, that's 60 laps. Give it some tire wear fall off, so about 55, 54 laps, which is a full fuel tank and then some.
Gotcha.
So 1 pit stop mandatory, regardless of cautions or not.
I'll be fine, man. Yeah. I've been hired, Jeremy, by eNASCAR Australia. I think I told you on the phone earlier about that.
You did, which is exciting.
And I'll be getting up at 5:30 in the morning, U.S. time, Eastern time, for 8 p.m. Australia time to call the eNASCAR Xfinity Series. So looking forward to that, and I think I'm going to be doing Road to Pro as well. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to see the starting lineup for what will be the Northwest Racing Series All-Star Finale, the 30-minute race on the 1.5-mile quad oval. There is an invert. It is 22, and here is the lineup. Dennis Moore is on the pole. To the outside, Ray Fournier in the yellow taxi machine, row 1. Row 2, Stephen Paulison and Ray Partridge on the grid. Row number 3, Corey Eckelbarger along with John Audenbacher from Billings, Montana. We'll see what he can do in the fields rolling. Tyler King, the Tyler row. Row 4. Row 5 is Brett Johnson. Ole! Roy Grande, it's technically Taco Tuesday. He'll start 10th, and we're halfway through the lineup of the All-Star race with Troy Daggett and Brian Barnes, the top 12. Jeremy, you got the rest.
7 and 13th, Paul Newton in the 27. Ryan Bay to the outside in truck 29. 15th place, Josh Childress in the 39. Or 16th place, Toby Ritters in the 3. Row 9. 17th, Chris White to his outside. And 18th, Dan West Jr. Row 10 and 19th, Sean Brightsman to his outside. Devin West, truck number 5. Row number 11. 21st place, Kevin Smith. 22nd, Dana Rogers. And there it is. 22 trucks and a half hour.
Wow.
Here we go. This is
say 45, 50 laps roughly. That's what I'm going to say. I really am.
He's going to say one caution. He's going to go 45 or 50. I think that's a great. If you go 2 cautions, you're probably going to see about 40 to 42.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, they're the best. They're the best in the Pacific Northwest. It's the All-Star Race. The Legends Quarter Mile, Caution Fiesta led to a great one on the Roval. And now it's time to bring the action on the finale. Who's going to be the All-Star? Charlotte McGreen.
Green flag is in the air. Here we go. We'll see how quick these guys scatter across this track. See 1, 2 trucks already up on that 3rd outside lane. Turns 1 and 2 cleanly.
On that 30-minute clock. They're on that 30-minute clock. And the clock is already down to 30 seconds as they work off turn 4. Dennis Moore, a quiet night for the Hot Wheels machine, leading the way for lap 1 here in the All-Star Race finale at Charlotte on lap 1. He's in turn 1.
Going to the outside early and sticking to it. Right forward here, doing great work so far. Dennis Moore, one of the front runners week in and week out here every single Monday. He's got some pressure, Wesley, early on here. Paulson coming through, Tyler King, and the 0 right there, Ray Partridge. Not letting go. Full throw. Looks like the 26 stops the wall a little bit there off the turn 4. And
now they're on the big track. Yeah, the big track, 1.5 mile quad oval, 2.4 kilometers. 24 degrees of banking in the corners. A fun place here at Charlotte on that 810 acres. And right now we watch them work their way in the corner. We got trouble. Corey Eckelbarger is around in the back. Caution is out. There's my first caution. We might get them all in on this one. Early caution. I wouldn't expect a miss. And there's the contact. Oh, was that Brett Johnson into Eckelbarger? Watch this again. Oh man.
A low exit for the 73 when you're on the outside of the track. You can't cut off the corner that much. I think Brett just didn't realize it. And it looks like maybe got a little loose to 73.
Corey came down on Brett, actually, now that I see it.
Yeah, he did.
Corey,
I just don't know if he got loose or not, but just, you got to widen out that corner exit a little bit.
That is crazy. Watch this again from another angle. Oh, boy. Oh, wow. Sure did. Came down on him and nowhere to go. Another look at it again. And there it is. The shot, the hit. Wow. First caution of the race coming out here. I don't foresee anybody pitting. I really don't see anybody pitting in this race. Do you, Jeremy? Like, I mean, is it? Well, actually,
yeah,
I stand corrected.
There's still 40 laps is still detrimental. Halfway in this race, if you get a caution, you're pitting. There's no question. Even if this is the only pit stop of the race, these guys all of a sudden have a multi-lap advantage for 40 some odd laps. So you absolutely come down pit road if you're 10th place on back.
That's Devin West, Brett Johnson, Kevin Smith, Sean Brightsman, Troy Daggett, and obviously Corey Eckelbarger. Dennis Moore, Ray Fournier up in front, man. Ray's up in second, Jeremy, in the early going of the All-Star race. How cool would that be for Ray to get this thing done?
I did say another first-time winner maybe, but the 26, great speed early. Great speed. I don't know what his long run looks like, but the short run, he's able to keep up there with the fastest guys in the field. So That'd be kind of impressive to see him 20, 30 laps in and keeping up, or maybe past Dennis more and even contend for a race win. That'd be awesome to see for the 26.
Corey Eckelbarger having a problem there a moment ago. Putting us under the yellow flag. I think we'll get the one to go this time by. 25 minutes remaining. One to go at the line. Lights will go off on the pace truck. It should be this time by. And we'll get ready to go back to green. By the way, don't forget Northwest ARCA Series, Portland on Thursday. That'll be, of course, at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Remember, we start 30 minutes earlier than usually on Monday. Jeremy, myself, either Cody and or Charles will be back in production. That'll be, again, 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Next week, back to the push. Jeremy, I can't believe I'm saying this, man. We were talking with Jeff Stabnow about it. This year has just flown by, and we now have the push to the playoffs for these guys of the Truck Series. We got Auto Club Speedway coming up at Season 12 continuation next Monday night. And then we've got, man, I'm trying to look at this here, Auto Club Speedway. Then we go to Martinsville, and then we go to Talladega, and we wrap up the month of July. There's less than 20 days left before the playoffs begin on August 11th because we take off for a week.
That time has flown, man. That is so quick. We're almost there. Almost the playoff season already. I mean,
Auto Club, Martinsville, Talladega, and then you got your playoffs filled to 16 set.
That's it.
24 minutes left here in the All-Star race. 30-minute big show on Charlotte, and we're back to green. Oh, did we see somebody slip?
Oh,
yeah, they did.
Stay
Paulson, Tyler Kim, and around. He's in the course of the turf. No caution. We're staying green, Jeremy.
Yep, thrown into the infield. No caution. iRacing doesn't throw him typically for that kind of wreck. And here we go. He's got a lot of work to do if we stay green all the way for the remainder of the 23.5 minutes. Too wide, multiple rows deep, still off corner exit here. Some people using the Larson line, some hugging the double white line with the blue in the center. Does not matter where you go. This track is fast, and it'll be like this for all 23 minutes.
Remember, Tyler Kim was one of those drivers that, if you will, just wanting to make it into the All-Star race. Made it in by the Open by virtue of some other drivers deciding not to run. Oh, trouble! Grande in the fence, and it turns the pack. Here comes Childress. He gets collect with Ottenbacher. Barnes, former Cup champion, down to the bottom of the pit lane, and the caution is out.
Wesley, there was just a massive amount of air pocket between the number 11 and the 89. If you go back and watch it, there was no contact. It was all just the code of the net. Oh, yeah.
The code of the net, the net of the code, the code of the net.
Watch, there's multiple instances of it, too. Let's kick it back.
Oh.
There's multiple wrecks of it, all in the same exact moment. It's so
out of the
bad.
can, into the pan, and into the man, right? That's what happened. Watch it again. Oh. How lucky was Roy Grande that luckily the storm started brewing and it was out of his path after he first hit the safer barrier.
I'm going to take a couple more looks at it. These trucks actually grab onto one another. It's kind of weird how they grab each other and threw each other to the infield. If we get a good view, I don't know if we
wow.
1180.
Can we go above? Maybe the above view? Can we go aerial, above view, drone view, Cody?
Yeah. Chase camera or...
We're going to go up top side. Here we go. Maybe this angle, Jeremy, might work. Look at this.
It's tough view, man. Action's happening so quick.
There we go.
Let's
try one more time.
Angle.
Let's try one more time.
Back it up to the backstretch so we can catch it. There we go. Natural rewind. This is what I'm looking for. Watch this. Actually, not the 89. It's going to be the 3 and the 11.
That's Toby Ritters
Just
and
so
Grande.
much air
He never
pocket.
got into him, though. He never hit the left rear
No.
of Grande's truck. So, Roy Grande, please do not jump on my buddy Clifford, Toby Ritters. He did not do anything. He didn't hit the left rear.
There's
You
the
can
slow
see
motion
right
of it.
here.
A
It
whole
is,
foot
look at that.
plus. It's bad, man. This update, this season has seen way more of this than what we would ever like. Of course, we're on the virtual world, so we're going to see it, but it has just been a lot in these trucks. And you're going to see the 89, I think, get tagged for it the same way. Actually, no, there's a natural contact there. Okay.
Now, these other incidents, I think, was cause and effect, if you will, chain of events.
And the 39 and 89 just grab each other nose to nose. Sends them
Wow.
off there. But
We're coming back to green.
Back to green flag for the third time here
Boy.
in this race.
We really analyzed that crash right there.
We sure did.
10 minutes down, 20 to go. Thank you, Cody Demers, by the way, Elevated TV for the awesome camera angles and for the replay.
You're so nice
Back
to
straight away.
help us out that we had to overwork in there just to get that one in.
We had to. Earn your pay, brother. Yeah. It's past his bedtime anyway, a little bit. Yeah. Everybody's saying
past his, past yours. Oh,
Braxton DeWeese is saying wakey, Outland Wellesley, but it's wakey. It's stay awakey, Cody Devers, you know. By the way, I'm called Outland Wellesley because of Cody Devers. It's his fault. Somebody will have a spell.
Guaranteed all three of us have an extra shot of espresso going to our coffees in the morning.
Especially for me. I might have some damn hot cocoa or coffee or something. I might have to DoorDash from Starbucks to the house at 5 a.m. doing the Australian NASCAR broadcast. Nonetheless, 19 minutes remaining and Moore in the lead. He's up in front right now. King in second, Bank third, and Jeremy, we're single file at least for the top 12, and then it gets door to door. And there we go with Brightsman and Childress.
Up against that wall with no left front fender from that wreck. Still hanging on. Not up to full speed, though. He's just logging some laps here. P16, 3.5 seconds back of the race leader. This little group of 5 trucks just doing their own thing. As the battle for the race lead continuing to be a good one between the 44 and the 21 at the moment. The 39, or sorry, not 30, the 26, who's contending for that lead. All of a sudden, back in P8, a second and a half out. He's got some work to do all of a sudden to get back to where he was.
And Kevin Smith, rival winner in the wall. He's up to 9th. He's up to 10th now. He just got past, by the way. Hook up with him real quick, Cody. Look at this. Devin West, Kevin Smith, Jeremy. They're coming to the front from 22nd and 23rd. They're in the top 10.
They are not done yet. These cautions are only helping the 00 and the 5. If we're watching the times right now on the right side of the pylon, you see the difference, 2.3, 2.7. We'll watch this time either stay stagnant or grow a little closer to this man, the 21 and the 44, Dennis Moore back straightaway, 17.5 minutes remaining. Bump draft down the back stretch into turn 3, trying to use the bumper to his advantage. Does not affect Dennis Moore this time. 21 gets a little tight. The update on these trucks, Wesley, aerodynamics. They get more aero dependent. So when you're behind a truck, they get tighter than normal. And I've seen people not accumulate or not do the math correctly on it. And it really just upsets the truck.
Couple of minutes remaining until the halfway point of this timed all-star race, segment number 3. 30 minutes the distance. Jeremy Stanley, Wesley Outwood here with you. Cody Demers, LSRTV, CRN, the all-star night. Devin West and Kevin Smith getting around Paulison. They're climbing to the front, but they're right now in a stalemate. It seems like Jeremy in the top 10.
All single file for the most part there. Logging the laps in the middle of this race. Here comes a pass from the 19 over the 7. The red, white, and black trucks on the center of your screen right now. pass completed down the back straighter. Chris White now looking underneath the 58 of Paulison. Trying to move himself into P11. Gets door to door. And makes the pass.
Track temp went from 122 degrees to now 89 degrees on the track. Wow. That's unbelievable. Wow.
How? Did they set up custom weather? I think you do it every 15-minute or 30-minute intervals. That's a 40-degree difference.
How did it change so much? Like, what made that happen?
You can change the air temp, but you can't change the track temp. That comes natural from the air temp and how much sun's exposed to the surface. 40 degrees is insane. Oh no, the 26 just hooked Chris White. Oh,
Chris White around Ray Fournier, the yellow taxi cab into the CW media, and he got bicycled into the safer barrier in turn 3. Caution is out. Third one of the race, by the way, halfway home in timed race. Number 3 segment here in Charlotte. 15 minutes down, 15 minutes to go. And we've only completed 21 laps, Jeremy, as we're going to yellow again.
I can hit that 40 to 50 lap margin, it doesn't look like. And Ray just made the bad call to move down the track. I don't know if you thought he was clear, but right rear is the 19 of the wall. Third caution here tonight. We're going to go 2 laps, pacing. Everyone's going to come down pit road. No question in my mind. We got the camera already highlighted on it. Let's see how many drivers come down. I'm guessing, Wes, it's going to be the whole field.
I think so, too. I really do. I think we're about to see the entire field. Wow, sight job between Dennis Moore and Ryan Bay. Yeah. Damned if you do and damned if you don't. Barnes will stay on track. So will Ray Partridge, joining Moore, Bay, and everyone else is on pit road here now.
Your top 2 are done in, man. Your 2 fastest trucks that last run are at a huge tire deficit now. How many laps? You got about 20 laps of total, right?
Wow.
Yeah, so they're at least a 15 to 20 lap green flag difference on those set of good years. So they're sitting ducks, man. You had to come down that road.
Halfway home in the All-Star Race, segment 3 here at Charlotte. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll take you to the checkered flag next. And so you don't miss anything, we're going to go side by side at Charlotte.
At Click It RV, we know there's a lot of heritage and history at this location. RV sales and At Click It RV, we know there's a lot of heritage and history at this location. RV sales and service has been part of this community for decades. We knew there was an incredible opportunity here, but to see where we've come in just a year is incredible. None of it would be possible without the patronage and support from this community. So whether it be a more convenient and accessible service drive, a fully stocked parts department, or this amazing sales facility, what drives this team daily is making sure our customers leave here with the best possible experience.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other.
Back here in Charlotte, we hope you enjoyed the behind the scenes, on the scenes live, and our poor buddy Cody Demers from Elevated TV didn't realize we were looking at the blue screen of death, or the sky for that matter. In his defense, I thought the cameraman fell asleep and the camera launched up to the top instead. At least it didn't do a ground view, you know. It just did a sky view. But nonetheless, you know, Cody hasn't had his concussion pills yet. He got into an accident at Winchester a couple of weeks ago, so This is the latest. He's stayed up in a while in his life as well. So Sarah, please don't kill me. You know. Okay, good. All right. Well, we're coming back to green. So
Be safe for another day.
11 minutes remaining in the Toyota restart zone. Back to green here in Charlotte. And how many laps completed right now? 23. There you go. I said, there ain't no way. There ain't no damn way they'll run another 36 laps.
Oh, no, Dan.
We ain't going to do it now. Here's the big one. Trouble back straightaway. Dan West Jr. turned. And it blocks the path. And everybody piles in. Like shades of Daytona or Talladega. Dan West Jr., Brett Johnson, Tyler King.
My gosh, that's a huge one right here on the back
Steven
straightaway.
Donaldson, Devin West. Yes, Devin West. He got involved in it. Father got into son and more. Gets into Barnes, actually, Jared. Oh, my goodness. Wow. It just stacked up half the field.
No kidding. Just loose, and then it's so easy to overcorrect as a driver. You
changes
don't want to
everything.
wreck. And he turned to the right, and he should have just went left.
Oh, man.
And just bam. And here we go. Just
Let's go on board with Dan West Jr. Let's go on board with Dan West Jr. Can we go back a little bit more? I'm just wondering what made him lose it. Right about there. Yeah, that's Partridge in front of him. Right. Oh, my goodness. He dropped below the apron and he lost it.
Well, it looks like he actually got a little wheel spin on corner exit. The truck turned down onto the apron after the fact. See, right here, he got loose.
Yep, there it is.
And then when he got to the apron, then that's where the overcorrection started.
Overcorrected. He fishtailed, it overcorrected, and it turned into the pack. Paul Newton, nowhere to go. Collected Tyler King. Oh, my goodness. Christopher White, Devin West, Brett Johnson, Stephen Paulison. The big one has just happened, and we are now under 8 minutes to go in this timed race here in Charlotte.
We're gonna.
So much for thinking there's going to be 36 laps to the finish of this one, Jeremy.
Yeah. So right now, Dennis Moore and Ryan Bay are lucky to have that caution come out so quick. But once we get those few laps of green laps in, they're in trouble. They're still in trouble. I don't think they're going to win this thing still just because of the tire deficit, but you never know.
Remember, there's no fast repair. There's no fast repair in this series, whether it's the All-Star race or the regular season. There is no fast repair. You got to go on the damaged vehicle policy clock to fix your damage, if you will.
Yep, it's absolutely true. We're going to get the green flag. I think this will be the one to go, so we'll get it with 6 minutes and some change left, which will be about 10 to 12 laps if we can stay green the whole time.
Jeff Stabnow just chimed in as well, and he said, well, that just changed everything. We just said that when the big one happened, boss. By the way, don't forget Portland International Raceway ARCA Northwest Series, LSRTV CRN Thursday night, 11 Eastern. And next, that's 11 Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific, by the way. Next Monday, we'll be at Auto Club Speedway, Martinsville, Talladega. Jeremy, July 21st, I'll be announcing the All-Star Race on the Community Radio Network, not the All-Star Race, the All-Star Games on the Community Radio Network, the North Carolina CCA All-Star Games for basketball and soccer on the 21st and 22nd of July. My intention, I think we did it last year successfully, we beat it by 30 minutes or an hour, if I remember. My intention is to broadcast the All-Star, or to do the All-Star Games, and then be at the hotel in Greensboro, and hopefully be there in time to work with you for Martinsville for that race. And And
If you
Talladega.
can, great. If you can't, completely understand.
Well, I know last year we did it. Last year we pulled it off. So
Yeah, should be able to do it again then.
coming
Here
back
we
to
go.
green. Dennis Moore, 6 minutes to go. Back underway at Charlotte. By the way, Smith back in 17th. Devin West on pit road. Those are your 2 winners from races 1 and 2.
I thought it was almost impossible for the number 5 to finish dead last, and he is almost there. If it wasn't for the 07. Oh no, Willerick!
Wow, Barnes in the wall. That's Barnes. Brian Barnes in the
Great job.
fence.
Kept it up against
Ray
the outside
Fournier in
wall.
trouble now.
Love that call to just give it up, ride the wall, and be done with it. Single filed out quickly here with 5.5 minutes left remaining through 1 and 2 this time. Half the leaders take the middle of the track. And they run the bottom, and then they get toward the back, and they're still 2 by 2, almost 3 wide down the back straightaway. Looking at Troy Daggett in the 99 here. Tyler King in the 21. He goes up to the 3rd lane, trying to make it almost 3 wide.
5 minutes to go. Real quickly, Virginia811.com, dig with care, race summary as we move into the home stretch. Bottom left, there it is. 4 cautions, 11 laps, no lead changes. It has been all Dennis Moore up in the spot, but the storm is brewing. Here comes Toby Ritters. Clifford on the inside. Makes the move on Dennis Moore for the lead. He's there. Ryan Bay is there. Brightsman climbing into the top 5 as they work into turn 1.
This is what 21 laps of fresher tires looks like. The number 3 goes to the point, up 15 positions from his starting position just 25 minutes ago, as he gets a nice 1 to 2 truck length advantage. Will continue to gap the 44. Here's Tyler King to the outside. He's marked his way into the top 5. Now he's going to look at the 46 and 44, maybe split it 3 wide. No, he's going to stay in line with Brightsman. 4 minutes remaining.
There was a time where Toby Ritter used to be a full-time committed man. And I remember the trials and tribulations that he used to have to struggle to try to win in this series. When he finally did it, broke through, got that first taste of victory in that red 23. I called him the big red dog, Clifford. Now he's in the black number 3, shades of Earnhardt. And now he leads with 3.5 minutes remaining. Brightsman in 2nd spot now, King in 3rd. And they're working their way to the back straightaway. 3 minutes, 15 seconds to go here in race time in Charlotte.
It's been looking, trying, gets loose. Tyler, I think, may have made contact with him. Takes the air off the spoiler, tags him again off the corner exit. 3 minutes remaining at the line, so 6 laps left. Can the 21 get past the 46 and then try for the number 3? But right now, Toby is looking very good at the moment. And what position he has, just has to. Oh, wreck in the back! There it is.
Oh, hold on, there's
no.
Childress crashing.
Oh, no, caution's gonna
3rd
be
in
on there.
race 1 for the Legends race, turns into the pack. Missed by Eckelbarger. Yellow flag is out. This could possibly be the finish or set up a green-white checker here at Charlotte. And what tough break for Josh Childress. All-Star Open winner. 3rd in the Legends race. And now Calamity on the backstretch. And that was Dennis Moore that got into him, Jeremy, there. Wow.
Yeah, it was just he got loose, came back down, tagged a 39, and it full sent him into the infield wall. Chances of winning this race done for the 39. And there it is, just the door slapped in unexpected, and then boom, right into that kinked out infield wall.
We were talking about Toby
It's
Ritters.
Kevin Smith.
I think it is. Wow. We were talking about Toby Ritters and the last time he's won a race on the Northwest Series. Listen to this, Jeremy. April 19th, 2022. I think it was the last time he won a truck with the Northwest Series. April No, I'm sorry. October 27th, 2022 at Talladega. That's the last time he won.
A lot of people tonight getting a good spotlight put on them. That's what the All-Star Race is all about.
Sir.
You didn't see the 39, but he got shipped off for that one. But paid fights are off. 2 laps. Well, let's see what time it gets to. It might be 1 lap or 2 laps. We'll see when they get to the line.
Might be a 1-lap shootout. The lights are off on the pace truck. They are going to come back to the green flag. We're under a minute to go. Dennis Moore trying to fight to get back on. By the way, Kevin Smith up to 7th. Winner of the Roval. If he's able to win this race, he's in 7th position. If he's able to win this race, he would be the overall winner by wins over Devin West. And that would give him the overall All-Star race of the year. We'll see what happens. Well, guys, time's running out. 30. Well, this is probably going to be a 1-lap shootout, Jeremy. I think you're right. Pace truck is on the pit lane. Here it comes. They're going to get 1 lap, 30 minutes completed. This is the final lap. They will come to the CRN, 1 to go. You got a 1.5 miles to determine the All-Star race winner as we're coming back to green. And they're crashing. Audenbacher, spinning tires. Paulison, that's it. Caution's out. Toby Ritters wins here in Charlotte. But I think they're going to race to the checkered flag, Jeremy.
Yeah, they're still going to go for it. Kevin Smith just demolished John Audenbacher and a bunch of other trucks. They will stay in race formation here.
They are.
Here we go.
Ritters,
21,
here comes
there,
Tyler King, turns up in front of Brightsman, throws the block. Ritters blocking. King hit by Brightsman. He comes to the line. Toby Ritters, you're an All-Star race winner of the Northwest, my friend. Clifford. I know it's non-points, but the bragging rights of winning the Northwest All-Star race. At least 3 different winners in all 3 stages. We got to tally up the overall. But how special is that, Jeremy, for Toby Ritters? Has not won a Northwest event. I know it's not points, but he's the All-Star big race winner here in Charlotte, and he's back in victory lane in the Northwest Racing Series. Hasn't won since October of 2022 at Talladega.
Doing some burnouts. Long the way to return to victory lane. We saw the high 5 salute happen at the Roval by putting the 5 on the outside wall, or the 00 rather.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens with the 3 truck here.
Let the celebration begin, and here comes the Northwest high 5 salute at full song. And there's Stephen Paulison. Cody, production truck, Mr. Engineer, Garcon, can you please show us the restart? And this really set up the finish for Toby Ritters. I thought maybe the caution was going to be displayed, Jeremy, but they point blank said it was over. Watch this, spinning tires. Brightsman didn't go. It stacked everyone behind them. Kevin Smith gave a shot to somebody in the back because of the chain reaction domino effect, and that set it up for being what it was at the end. Watch this again.
Yeah, Kevin just went down low. John Audenbacher he didn't launch either. A lot of drivers didn't launch maybe because of tire spin, but yeah, the 00 went way off center with the bumper when he made the bump.
Yeah, Jeremy said just 2 different rows had tire spin on the restart.
There was a bunch of tire spin, absolutely. And so, here, I watch it one more time. There's the dark green and the bright green truck on the inside. 89 does not
on the outside. Look at that. That's Brightsman. He held up everybody on the outside row. Man. And remember, the rule is, though, Jeremy, you got to wait for the leader to fire. And I think that's another reason why Brightsman was kind of hesitantly waiting for Ritters to go. Wow.
Massive wreck there. Set up a nice little 5-truck finish, but man, oh man, there's a lot of unhappy drivers with the result of that one.
We'll look at the overall winner of the All-Star race whenever they tally the overall finishing positions. Very soon we'll find out. Toby Ritters, though, picks up the win for the big race on the quad oval. It has been a long time coming. October 2022, Talladega, last time he won the Northwest banner. Tyler King will finish second. Sean Brightsman third. We'll talk to all of them on the podium next. Troy Daggett, Kevin Smith, your top five. Ryan Bay, Ray Partridge, Dennis Moore. What a solid run for Ray Fournier. I feel really bad for Ray because he really looked good. The yellow taxi cab had a good run tonight. Just some mistakes at the end cost him, and I feel the same way for Brett Johnson. By the way, Stephen Paulison, Tyler Kim, their all-star race tonight will finish them in the top 12.
13th on back, John Ottenbacher, Corey Elkobarger, and Chris White. That's your top 15. 16th is Josh Childress. You have Brian Barnes, Paul Newton, Dan West Jr., Devin West, Dana Rogers, and Roy Grande Jr. There's your 22 truck finishing results. There's your VA811.com Dig with Care race summary. 5 cautions, 13 laps, and 1 lead change.
We are waiting on Toby Ritters. If he is in the box, please join us in our Discord. And there he is. And I believe we're getting him as well as I think the other one is going to be Ritters, King, and Brightsman. We got Brightsman. We need King. I don't see Tyler King anywhere in sight, though. And we are working to get everybody together for our post-race show, and I think we've got 2 out of 3. I don't see Tyler King anywhere. Toby, congratulations. Welcome to Victory Lane. Been a while in the Northwest of doing that, but, man, what's it mean to be the all-star big race winner here at Charlotte? Toby, Ritters, got a copy?
Oh, great. I surprised myself, Wesley.
You sound like you're speechless. It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, literally. I kind of got tears in my eyes right now. This is something to feel real good about racing with these guys. These guys are so strong at racers. I'm just very happy to be in this spot right now, Wesley.
And Toby, congratulations, dude. Awesome job. You and a handful of others came down pit road halfway. 21 lap tires was the difference. You're the first driver to break out past the guys without it. Was it a simple call for you to come down pit road, or was it a very last second decision to do so?
I figured that it was halfway. I figured there was only 15 laps on. I could probably run at least 15 laps real hard on it. So I just gave it all I had for those last few laps. So I figured I had a chance at it. I at least did it halfway through the race.
Toby, let's go back to the last lap, or the last restart, if you will. I mean, I guess it was the last lap, pardon the pun, because the clock ran out. What was you watching the rear view mirror? Was you watching everything going on around you? What was it like to you just see the chaos going on and still knowing you got to stay on the gas because the race ain't over? You're going to race to the checkered flag.
Yeah, I was hoping for it to stay green before that last caution came out. And then I thought, oh, boy, it really got me nervous there because Sean, he's a dang good driver, and he's very strategic, and he knows what he's doing. So I was sweating bullets there at the end with Sean next to me.
Well, buddy, congratulations. It's so good to see you again. It's so glad to have you in Victory Lane. Before we do let you go, sir, please thank your sponsors and obviously enjoy the moment tonight.
Yeah, I'd like to thank LSRTV first and foremost for broadcasting this race. You guys do one heck of a job. You guys are my favorite broadcasters. I'd like to thank the dear Lord above. I'd like to thank Spanky Motorsports that sponsors me. I'd like to thank my boss, Russ Ludwig, my sponsor. And I'd like to thank first, and another is my wife, and she lets me do this. So if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be doing this. And everybody that runs Northwest.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Toby Ritters, welcome back to Victory Lane. Clifford now, the Ace High Racing number 3. Check him out on YouTube. He wins. By the way, I got something to let you know as well, Toby.
What's that, Wes?
Not only are you the winner of the race, you are the overall winner of the All-Star 3-race shootout with a tie at 117 points with Sean Brightsman. Because you won, you are the winner. Congratulations, man. That is something. This is official now. Toby Ritters, you are the winner not only of the All-Star race number 3, but you are the overall All-Star winner by the 3 overall races by a tie at 117 points with Sean Brightsman. We'll get his thoughts in a minute, but you are the overall winner. Congrats,
Thank you,
bro.
Wes. It's an emotional night for me. I feel so honored and privileged to be in this situation. I really am.
And it blows me away because that crash changed everything. Me and Jeremy Stanley talked about it, and obviously I wasn't even thinking about you in the running. My apologies on that, and maybe I should have done a better job looking at the overall finishes. But congrats, my friend. Again, Toby Ritters, ladies and gentlemen, by virtue of a tie with Sean Brightsman on the overall record, wins the overall All-Star race, and he wins the big race here at Charlotte in race 3. Speaking of that, Sean Brightsman, you will finish in the second spot. Man, I'm sorry, he finishes third. Tyler King finishes in second. Tyler, it's good to hear from you, man. What's your take of the All-Star race, if you will? What did you think of it, boss?
Well, I put a lot of time in with Sean getting the idea together and figuring out what the heck we wanted to do and how we wanted to do it. And I'm glad everybody that showed up and had a good time. Hopefully, I know there's some tempers out there, but I thought it was a great night. Definitely make a little bit of changes to make things a little more interesting probably on the Legends Oval. But overall, I thought it was a great night. Lots of fun. We got a surprise winner, which is totally awesome. That's basically why we wanted to do a 3-race thing. So, you gotta be there. You gotta finish all 3 races. You gotta be up front. You gotta be competitive. You gotta go through the field. Toby did that. He deserves it. He kicked butt, and really cool to see him win. Honestly.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Just fantastic stuff through and through. And touch base on that final lap there. You're going to run down Toby. There, just had a chance. You had Brightsman in front of you to pass. Looked like you're a little bit faster, but what was your when you got cleared? Did you feel like you just needed a couple extra laps, or did you think Toby just had you overall?
I definitely wanted to stay green. I came back from like 14th on that restart after getting caught up in the wreck. And I got to third in like 5 laps, just ripping the high side. And there were a couple chances where I could have gotten underneath Sean, but the timing just wasn't right. And I know unfortunately the yellow came out in my opinion, kind of hindered my chances. But we had one restart. I got an okay restart. I kind of think I bumped Toby out there just a little bit, but got by Sean and threw it in there to turn 3. But Toby's not a guy I just want to turn around. He races me real clean, so and I want to return that to him. So we had a shot. We were there.
So Tyler, I know that you and Sean were thick as thieves, the brains behind the All-Star format, and I'll give my overall synopsis when we give parting thoughts. But I do got to say one thing: if we do this next year, lock it down. Let everybody know you're running mini stock cars next year. It's mini stock cars. It's got to be. You agree? I know that was what the idea was.
Well, we thought about that, right? But with the mini stock thing, we thought it would be a lot of work for some painter who would have to come up with all these cars so that we could identify the drivers. And on such short notice, we didn't think we could find any way that would want to do that. We did have another idea, possibly with the mini stocks, that we might throw together. I don't know if it was just like just a crazy, pipe dream or whatever you want to call it. But we do have an idea for the mini stocks. We'll see if we do it or not. But I like running the trucks. That's what we do normally. We get to see our paint schemes out there. It's easy to identify us. And they're just fun to drive, Store mini stocks. But.
Well, Tyler, thanks, buddy. Before we let you go, pal, thank your sponsors, and we'll see you. We'll see you on Thursday for ARCA.
Yeah, thanks to Nicole Brand Photography for all the support. Beaver State Racing Fellers, Paul, Stefan, even though he's been MIA this year, being a good dad with the first family. Everybody else, LSRTV, that puts on a great show, and Sean and Jeff for letting us come out and have fun and yell at each other.
That is the Tyler King, everybody. By the way, 2022 champion for the Northwest Racing Series trucks, and he will put that number 21 in the number 2 spot for the big race here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway Quad Oval. And finally, Sean Brightsman, Sean and Toby Ritter's tied. I didn't even think about Toby Ritter's in the equation, Sean, but I do got to ask you this. Finishing in the top 3 podium, very good, solid night for you, but that big wreck on the back straightaway at the midway point in this Roval, in the big race, I'm sorry, it changed everything, didn't it? That changed everything for the likes of West or Smith.
Yeah, it really did. As soon as Devin got caught up, he had I think an 8-point lead over second place, which second to like ninth were all within like a 2-point difference. And
Wow.
It was just crazy, to be honest. It opened the door wide open. I had no idea who was where. Yeah, it turned out to be what a crazy night. What a way to win the first All-Star event we've done. Toby did it on a win and a tie, and what a night. That's all I can say. Awesome.
So I know you're the first place loser, or if you will, but what do you say about Toby Ritter's and all he's done for years running with us? And we remember the struggles and the frustration and just, to finally not only get a win, been a while, 2022, but be the All-Star 3 race winner overall is pretty cool too. I know you're the guy that he beat out, but I mean, what do you say to that to him?
I'm just proud, to be quite honest. I mean, I know he's a great driver. He's progressed even further along his career in doing this, and I know that the season he left, he had some personal issues to take care of, but he was right there. He was the overall standings in first place at the time, or right up there. He was just having good runs after good runs, and it really could have been his year if life didn't have some other plans. So Toby's a great guy. We look forward to having him back, and I think with this victory, I might just have to solidify a free entry into the Northwest Racing Series Premier Division for the rest of the season and for 2026.
Wow. Jeremy.
Yes, sir.
Question for Sean. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And you did a great job here in this race. Just good stuff overall. How just the overall process of tonight? I know we talked about it earlier. Do you feel like this kind of process of building this event next year will be similar, where you just try a bunch of things off the wall, or did you take some ideas out of this to produce even something more exciting next year?
I definitely took ideas and maybe ways to operate a little bit better, timelines, tighter timelines. Yeah, I definitely throwing out crazy stuff. I love doing different stuff. I love having a little bit of fun on iRacing. That's kind of what we're here for, is especially in tonight's event, is to go out and have fun and see who does it best for 3 races in a row on 3 different tracks that we're no idea what's going on.
Well, Sean, listen, buddy, we'll let you go. Thank your sponsors, man. Obviously, back to work and the push to the playoffs when we come back at the Auto Club, and obviously Portland on Thursday for ARCA next week.
Yes, sir. Thanks, everybody at the Northwest Racing Series. Tyler, for helping out, kind of pitching some ideas and working together. All of Team LSRTV for all their hard work and getting things prepared, helping set up the grids and all that. And most importantly, congratulations, Toby Ritter's. Way to get it done, and look forward to seeing you more.
There you go. Toby Ritter's overall winner of the big race here tonight at Charlotte. And that will wrap up our top 3 podium here tonight for post-race. We've been on the air a little bit longer than usual, but obviously it's All-Star night. Jeremy, everything's off the rails here. And that's how it goes. If you had to grade your overall synopsis of the All-Star race of 2025 here in Charlotte and the 3 races, what would you say it would be, sir?
Well, let's continue this. Let's continue to get more exciting, more adventurous. We learned some things from the first race. Got to turn off those cautions, but outside of that, I love it. Using the same track, but 3 completely different layouts within it. That's what versatility is about there. I'm glad Charlotte can bring that on. There may be a couple other iRacing venues that could possibly do something similar, but you might have to reach out and do different tracks. So
Right.
can't wait to see what they do next year with this, and maybe some other leagues that might have some of these drivers that partake tonight. If they partake in any other league, hopefully they can pass those notes on and do the same thing, because I thought this was a very adventurous but very exciting event tonight.
So I will say this in closing. I texted my good friend Dave Moody of Motor Racing Network, the Godfather, because on Sirius XM Speedway, for years, he's quoted the idea of let's have an all-star race at Charlotte on the Roval, on the big track, but he never said anything about the Quarter Mile Legends track. He always talked about going to the dirt track. Now, I'm not saying the dirt track might not be a bad idea for the future, but I will say that this 3-race idea on the same venue, as you said, Jeremy, was a ballpark home run. However, I do say you change the format for the Legends with cautions, make it a free-for-all, if you will, last man surviving, last man standing match, kind of like we do with our Northwest High Five Salute, pardon the pun. And I would say the overall grade of the entire race night for me would be about an 85. So what is that, about a B plus, B minus, I guess? So that's what I would say. I would call it a B. So I can't say it's 100, but I will give it a B, low B, not a C. Had a fun time. We enjoyed it. Cody Deemers, Elevated TV, if you'd like to know more information about all the cool stuff he does. I work with him a lot. Jeremy Stanley, always a pleasure, sir. We'll be rack, restack, take a break. We'll get ready for Thursday. Portland, Oregon, Arca Northwest back in action. 11 p.m. Eastern. Next Monday, back to the push to the playoffs of Season 12 to make the round of 16. It'll be at Auto Club Speedway next Monday. For more details on LSRTV and the Northwest Racing Series, follow them on Facebook, livesimracing.com, or Northwest Racing Series on Facebook, as well as wearecrn.com. For everybody on the LSRTV or the Northwest Racing Series Board of Commissioners, including Jeff Stabnow, Sean Breitzman, Tyler King, and JohnOnnenbacher. For Mr. Charles Wooten, who's not here tonight, Assistant Director, Producer, Cody Deemers, Jeremy Stanley, I'm Wesley Outland. Congratulations to all of the winners, including the overall winner, Devin West, obviously Kevin Smith, and then Toby Ritters, who beats out everyone to be the overall all-star winner of 2025 for the Northwest Racing Series. Enjoy the rest of your week. We'll hear from you again on Thursday.